MediaCom. Special thanks to the Barnstormers and MediaCom for providing tonight's coverage of the Bismarck Bucks.
What makes a place home? Can it be more than where you live? At New Leaf Hospitality, you'll find a place where luxury meets relaxation with a wide range of amenities including full-service restaurants, spacious rooms, luxury sheets, and indoor pools and spas. New Leaf Hospitality. Come and turn over a new leaf with us.
Sleep Number, your official sleep partner of the Bismarck Bucks. West River Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks. Cricket Wireless, the official smile cam of the Bismarck Bucks. Missouri Valley YMCA, your official workout facility of the Bismarck Bucks.
They meet for just the 5th time in the brief 2-year history of the Bismarck Bucks in the IFL. Iowa leads the series 3-1, but as we mentioned, Bismarck prevailed in the last meeting. Rod Miller, who went to school in Des Moines at Drake University, played for the Bulldogs in 88 and 89, is the head coach for Bismarck. And this man has been around. He's coached in 6 different indoor football leagues. He's also coached in the China Arena Football League. And here's a guy who's been around as well. 33 years of indoor football for the Barnstormer coach Les Moss. As a head coach, 14 years, 162 victories, 13 championship games, 5 titles on his resume. And tonight, he is the head coach for the 251st game of his career. Cody Barber will kick off for the Bismarck Bucks. He's one of 4 ex-Barnstormers on the roster for Bismarck, and he kicks it out of play. Juwan Williams is back to return, had there been a return, and right away have a little confrontation as the Barnstormer offense will come on the field. They'll start at the 5-yard line. DeQuan Neal, the quarterback for the Barnstormers, has hit 53% of his passes this year, 1,438 yards. Thrown for 24 touchdowns, has been intercepted 6 times after being intercepted only 2 times all of last season. And the ball, of course, since it was not returned, will start at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Barnstormers, with good field position, will get things started. Elad Kavalu is the running back. All the receivers go right. The throw is to the right, and it's complete to Carrington Thompson Sr., who has a good gain and brings up a first down on the very first play from scrimmage. If they mark it there, they're actually going to mark it for a gain of 8. Offensively, this is the way the Barnstormers start with, we mentioned Neal and Kabalu, Thompson, Person, and Juwan Williams are the wide receivers. DJ Loving, Kurt Kelly, and Stephen Rousey, who was hurt and didn't play much 2 games ago, is back, and that should help anchor the offensive line. Playoff fake to Williams. Neal will keep, and Neal will be brought down at the 21-yard line. He gains a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1 call. Defensively, this is the way the Bismarck Bucks line up, and the guy to keep your eye on, who they really build their defense around, is the man right at the top, Malik Duncan, number 2. Good ball-hawking receiving core in the defensive area in Hendrick, Carter, and Codlin. Jackson, an outstanding linebacker, leads the team in tackles, and Keith, Ross, and Moa up front can be very tough. Not as big as some defensive lines, but nevertheless, they're very quick and active. 3rd and 1, Neal trying to plunge for the first down, and his forward progress will give him the first down to the 19-yard line.
Keeps the leg turning there. Looks like Kavalu gave him a little extra push to push him right over there for that first down.
Neal, this year, rushing for 417 yards. That's an average of 6 yards a carry almost. He is number 2 in the league in rushing and number 2 in the league in passing.
Yeah, they definitely need him to have a big game today to keep him in that playoff hunt.
That's right, and for him to do that, he definitely needs some good protection, which was lacking 2 weeks ago in the Barnstormers' loss by a score of 34-26 to Green Bay. Play action fake, Cavallo rushes on, throw is right through the hands of the intended receiver, Carrington Thompson Sr. Man, he had him open, he had him in the red zone, and Thompson couldn't hang on.
Yeah, I know Thompson wants that one back. That's a great pass by Neal to him. It's a little bit behind him, had to readjust, but you know the old saying, if it touches both of your gloves, you ought to be able to pull it in. So I know Thompson will come a lot harder this next play.
And Thompson Sr., by the way, has Thompson Jr. in the crowd tonight, seeing him in Des Moines for the first time this year.
A little extra motivation for him tonight.
Absolutely. Had him out in pregame warm-up. Very proud of his young man. And that pass is incomplete. Good defensive play turned in by the defensive back, Javon Cotlin, on the intended receiver. He made that hit immediately. Making it Harper.
You know, Coach talked a lot about them being opportunistic, and I know the Barnstormers wish they had that last pass back, and it's a great breakup there by Harper. Right on, drove, stuck that plant leg in the ground and drove to break up that pass there, making it a long third down.
Harper just joined Bismarck Bucks, was not even on the roster prior to the game. Neal is back. Neal has time. Neal has a receiver. He has a touchdown. Complete to Dayton Person. And the Barnstormers score on their first possession to take a 6-0 lead.
It's a great opening drive there. Quan Neal sits back in the pockets and delivers a very nice strike. Looks like no pressure up front. Makes it a whole lot easier for Neal to see it opened up in the middle and throws a very, very nice ball there. Parson.
A 19-yard touchdown strike as Neal has thrown his 25th touchdown of the season. Gabriel Rui to try for the point after out of the hold by DeQuan Neal. And that kick is up, and that kick is good. And so, with 10:38 left to play in the opening quarter, the Barnstormers open a 7-0 lead over the Bismarck Bucks. Good start for Iowa. DeQuan Neal leading the team down the field to score.
When no one else is around, champions get to work. They never rest, never settle.
Tonight's broadcast of the Bismarck Bucks is being provided by the Iowa Barnstormers and MediaCom. Special thanks to the Barnstormers and MediaCom for providing tonight's coverage of the Bismarck Bucks.
That drive for the Barnstormers, converting twice on third down. Let's take a look at one of them.
Yeah, the guys look a lot poised so far to start the game. So you can tell they got a lot more fire this week to start the game off. This is a big third down conversion here for DeQuan. He sits back in the pocket, has plenty of time, great protection up front, and throws a great ball to the person. Makes it easy.
Dayton Person, who played collegiately Langston in Oklahoma, makes his 4th touchdown reception of the season.
Come on now, let's do this thing.
Now Rui to kick off for the Barnstormers. On the ground and a quick return. Across the 20 to near midfield. And again, some pushing and shoving. And again, it's not like these teams don't have a history. We mentioned they played twice before. And frankly, the Barnstormers were embarrassed by their last visit to Bismarck when they lost 53-20.
I think it goes to show the guys are awake and alive this game for sure. They're not sleepwalking out here tonight, and they're being active. I'm sure Coach Moss likes it as long as it's controlled.
Absolutely, control being the key.
Absolutely.
So from the 21-yard line, this will be the Bismarck Bucks' first offensive set, and the third game for Kenyatta Allen at quarterback. He's back to throw on first down. He's being pursued. The ball is jarred loose. And it is picked up and it is returned for a touchdown by Tony Jones, the team's leading tackler. He almost had a sack. Better than that, he got a touchdown.
Yeah, I know Coach Moss is very happy to have Tony Jones back in the lineup. He's been a leader for him on the defensive side of the ball, leading the team in tackles there. But Tony Jones just comes scot-free on a blitz, and quarterback could not break free. And, he made an even better play on the ball by ripping it out of his hand. So, great start for the Barnstormers here tonight.
Tony Jones, who was inactive a couple of weeks ago, making up for lost time.
Very active. How awesome is that? It's a good start for the guys so far.
Absolutely. This a direct contrast to the game in Bismarck when Bismarck got off to a 20-0 lead. And here the Barnstormers at only 9:22 in the first quarter already lead 13-0. And Rui will try to make it a 14-0 ball game. So the offense and the defense scores early for Iowa. The point after is good. It's a 14-0 start for the Iowa Barnstormers. Barely 6 minutes into the contest.
The guys came off the bus ready this week.
They certainly did. There's no question about that, and they have got the Bucks' attention very quickly.
Absolutely. Seeing Jones come through scot-free, first play of the game there on defense, there's no better way to start the game there if you're a defensive player.
See, a defensive player scooping up a fumble, isn't that how you got that nickname, Big Player?
I just so happened to be in the right place at the right time, but that is it. Those guys flying around, making plays, and, being opportunistic. I know Coach talked about that for Bismarck, but so far it's the Barnstormers taking advantage of opportunities there.
What some players forget is, and obviously you remembered it on your big play, was you got to get the ball first, right? You can't run till you secure it. Absolutely,
yep. He looked that in. Luckily, he didn't have any pressure around him and got to kind of lightly jog into the end zone.
And so the Barnstormers with a very quick 14-0 lead. Will kick off once again. Rui will kick off. Deep to return, Isaiah Strayhorn. Strayhorn out of the end zone to the 15-yard line, the 20. Field opens up, 20, 15, 10, one man to beat. And that man makes the tackle, and that's the kicker, Rui, who stood his ground and made the tackle and prevented a touchdown.
Saved the touchdown. That's an awesome tackle by Rui.
This is Strayhorn, who played collegiately at Northwest Missouri State. Look at him take off.
Yeah, usually when the blocking is set up that great, there's typically a problem. And it kind of goes to show with the yellow hankies there on the field down there. It looks like it might be coming back.
So it's all going to come back to the 2-yard line. Wipe off what would have been a huge gain on the kick return. Instead, as you said, there had to be a reason, right?
Yeah, he came scot-free and nobody was home. So typically doesn't happen. Obviously, guys do make mistakes, but it kind of goes to show somebody got a little handsy in there. Had to come back.
And so from the 2-yard line, Kenyatta Allen with just his second snap. It's a running play to Strayhorn. Strayhorn is going to be tackled as he hits the 5-yard line. Barnstormers group tackling him at that point, and off the bottom of the stack was Jalen Moore. Let's take a look at the Bismarck offense, and already it changed. Strayhorn getting the starting call ahead of Justin Rankin, who had been the leading ground gainer for Bismarck. Allen at quarterback, Kerrigan, former Barnstormer Harvey will be at one wide receiver, J.T. Stokes the leading receiver at the other, Boyd, another former Barnstormer, Sterling Clark on the offensive line along with Toriano round 3. On second down, Allen trying to scramble out of the pocket. Loses the football, but the whistle is blown, and he's ruled down at the 11-yard line. Will be very close to a first down.
It looks like
defensively, this is the way the Barnstormers will start it. Some new faces in there. One of them they're very glad to have back is Tyrone Cromwell. He's been out with an injury. He's in the defensive backfield with Walker and McClure. Tony Jones, who already made the big play, returns at linebacker after not playing a week. And it's Bartlett, Ja'Shawn Washington, one of the newcomers off the Louisville dispersal roster, and Christopher Biggers up front. Third down and a yard from the 10-yard line for Allen and the Bucks. And Allen will get the first down himself. And again, a quick tackle is made by Jalen Moore. Moore, who last week had 8 tackles, 5 solos, and an interception against Green Bay. And once again, he's done a nice job with an open field tackle.
Yeah, he was securing tackles a whole lot the last go-round. He sees a gap here, fights the block, gets off, and makes a great open field tackle. That definitely could have been a lot more yards picked up, but way to get off the ball there for Moore.
Justin Rankin now comes in as a wide receiver. Strayhorn remains the running back. Some injuries in the Bucks wide receiver court, so we'll have to check that out as the night goes on, as Allen throws to the near sideline. And going for the interception was Moore. He didn't get it, and instead it's hauled in for a first down by Justin Rankin.
I'll tell you what I have noticed the past couple plays here. Everybody's raking at the ball. So these guys are really, really trying to run to the ball and create some sort of turnovers.
He's ruled down at the 20-yard line. Yes, they definitely have, and you saw Jones take a punch at it there.
Yeah.
And it'll bring up a second down and 3. Kenyatta Allen played in this country for Robert Morris in Illinois. Played at a college in England, and we'll tell you about that a little bit later, but has also played in Poland. He's played in Germany, and this year it's signed to play in Turkey. It's a bad snap. It's loose. There's a big pileup for it. And the Bucks, who are very shaky at the outset, have recovered. But the Barnstormers nearly had another possession. But off the bottom of the stack was Rankin. He recovered the fumble.
Yeah, it looks like there was definitely a big miscommunication there. The center snaps the ball off to his left-hand side, and the quarterback was not expecting that. So far, not on the same page there communication-wise.
No, again, Bismarck, though, working with their 5th starting quarterback this year. By the way, one of them they lost to the Iowa Barnstormers. Richard Stemeti has just joined the Barnstormers as a backup quarterback this week. He quarterbacked against the Barnstormers at Bismarck. Allen ducks underneath pressure, throws to Rankin at the 20-yard line. Rankin is hit immediately by Moore, and it will not be a first down. And in fact, it'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, the Barnstormers are flying all over the field today. You can tell there's a little bit of a playoff intensity out there right now.
Very much unlike what the Barnstormers exhibited 2 weeks ago in their loss to Green Bay, 34-26. And in fact, that game, that last touchdown came with no time on the clock, so it was really a kind of a cosmetic touchdown.
Absolutely. Made the score look a lot closer than what it was.
Different story so far tonight. 14-0 Barnstormers. Little over 4 left to play in the first quarter. Allen fires, the ball tipped by a Barnstormer, but then it is caught and down to the 19-yard line for a first down. That time, Ja'Shawn Washington actually got a hand on it, but the ball was still complete.
It looks like they got a little lucky there. That's a great play by Washington. Drops off in coverage and gets his hands on the ball. Usually that's good enough, but just so happened to be a receiver there waiting on that tip. So fortunate bounce there for Bismarck.
And so Bismarck down with a first down at the 19-yard line of Iowa. This their first sustained drive. Of course, the first one ended in a lost fumble. Pass complete to the near sideline. Incomplete, I should say. The intended receiver was Mike Kerrigan. Kerrigan, who's caught 5 touchdown passes this year, well covered on the play, and the pass not complete, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
He was pointing at the video board, and sometimes those receivers know exactly what happens there with the ball. He's saying it's bounced off his foot, but it's kind of tough.
Well, normally if the camera doesn't lie, either it his foot or it hit the ground. I think he's saying it hit his foot. But no challenge flag thrown by Rod Miller. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. The handoff goes to Mike Kerrigan. Kerrigan to the 10. Kerrigan fights his way to the 5. 1st and goal for the Bismarck Bucks. Kerrigan, usually a receiver, used as a runner that time. That's just his 10th carry of the year. But he did a good job picking up 10 yards.
Do a quick end around there and get right on the outside of Washington. That's a quick hitting play and blocked it perfectly, and Kerrigan gets outside for a nice gain.
And so the ball marked down at the 6, where it's 1st down goal to go for the Bismarck Bucks. They come in with a 7-6 record, coming off a 41-30 victory over Green Bay. They wound up playing the Blizzard 4 times this year. We're 4-0 against Green Bay and 3-6 against the rest of the league. The throw to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown, hauled in by former Barnstormer Raheem Harvey.
It looks like the defensive back there falls down. Cromwell was in the end zone by himself, fell down there. So a little bit of a lapse in coverage, but Bismarck makes up for it and gets a quick touchdown there.
So a former Barnstormer, Harvey, with the touchdown reception, and another former Barnstormer will try to add the point after, and that's Cody Barber. Barber came here late in the 2017 season. Barnstormers had lost a kicker, and he came in for the playoff run. Barber attempts the PAT. It is up, and it is good. And with 1:05 left to play in the opening quarter, Bismarck's on the board, and it's a 14-7 Barnstormer lead.
Cluton Property Management, the official game ball sponsor of the Bucks.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
ID Chrysler, the official touchdown sponsor of the game. Tonight's broadcast of the Bismarck Bucks is being provided by the Iowa Barnstormers and MediaCom. Special thanks to the Barnstormers and MediaCom for providing tonight's coverage of the Bismarck Bucks.
Bismarck have made the 9.5-hour drive to cheer on their Bucks. This the second year in the IFL for the Bucks, who used to be in the CIF, the franchise founded back in 2016. Barber's got the ball on the tee, ready to kick it off. And deep for the Barnstormers, Jaquan Williams, who had a 37-yard return a couple of weeks ago against Green Bay that set up the team's first touchdown. This time, though, he's going to be wrapped up at the 5-yard line. Good open field tackle by an outstanding linebacker in Darian Jackson, who leads their team in tackles with 63.
It looks like Williams mistimed the bounce there and ended up getting a little bit behind him, and that kind of puts him behind the 8 ball and doesn't get anywhere on the return.
Well, Williams came flying down the field. Williams, who played collegiately at Arkansas State in 2018, is graduating here. It started at Boise State, I should say. So he's an outstanding talent, well recruited on the Division I level. Kirk Kelly, his second game as a starter for the Barnstormers, over the ball at center. Daquan Neal will work out of the shotgun. And he throws it right through the hands of Carrington Thompson, and that's the second time that the ball's gone right through Thompson's hands. He may be a little overly amped because Junior's in the stands tonight, maybe trying to run before he catches the football.
That kind of looks like it. You know, the rule is you got to look the ball in and bring it in and tuck it before you run. But
so that ends the first quarter. But this was the big action in the second quarter, a tip ball, and the ball went flying every direction, but it was caught by a receiver for Bismarck.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves, and we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
Cluton Properties, the official housing sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks. Sleep Number, your official sleep partner of the Bismarck Bucks. Tonight's broadcast of the Bismarck Bucks is being provided by the Iowa Barnstormers and MediaCom. Special thanks to the Barnstormers and MediaCom for providing tonight's coverage of the Bismarck Bucks.
Begins with the Barnstormers having the ball at their own 6-yard line, facing a 2nd and 10. Iowa off to a quick 14-0 lead, and then Bismarck came back with 1:05 left to go in the first quarter to complete a 48-yard drive. And Brent, this is exactly what Bismarck likes to do, long drives. That was a 10-play, 48-yard, almost 7-minute drive.
Control the clock. You know, you keep those guys off the field and gives you a better chance to win. The Barnstormers struck so quick and kind of keeps them cold on offense too. So we'll see how they react here.
Which means time of possession means absolutely nothing, because right now, after a quarter, 3:40 for Iowa, 9:35 for Bismarck. But 14-7, Iowa with the lead because Iowa scored so quickly. Kavalu shifts back into the backfield as Neal takes the snap, throws right over the middle. This one is caught by Carrington Thompson Sr., and he has a first down out to the 17-yard line before he is knocked down by Ben Moa.
Looks like this one may be coming back. May have some extra hands there in the middle. One of the linemen up front. But good catch there by Thompson.
Illegal blitz. Number 32 on the defense. Rushing outside the end. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first.
Bismarck.
Yeah, so Darian Jackson, the outstanding linebacker for the Bucks, guilty of the infraction. There is the officiating crew.
The illegal blitz is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Because that is more yardage than the penalty would have occurred.
So Thompson Seniors catch sticks.
It does. Jimbo Jehowitz is the referee who you saw in the call a moment ago.
It looked like a quick pop pass, and as Thompson grabbed it, it looks like he looked that one in and secured the catch before making those extra steps upfield. So hopefully we can get some good momentum out of that.
His 27th catch of the year, and that leads the team in that category. Now he'll get a chance on the ground with a running play, and he is met head-on and dropped at the 18-yard line. Got a yard on the play, but suffered at the end of it with a hard hit by Darian Jackson, number 32.
Jackson is all over the field. He's a really good linebacker, very instinctive. He kind of sniffs that play out and meets Thompson Sr. right in the gap there. Didn't have much of a chance.
2nd and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. Les Moss sends his quarterback in with the play. You mentioned Moss, 162 and 88 as a head coach, and that means tonight the 251st game of his career as a head coach. The 33 years in the indoor game. DeQuan Neal, the 6'2", 215-pounder, throws over the head of Williams. Williams, the intended receiver, but the pass was just a little bit overthrown.
A little high, but at least it went high out of bounds and not high to the other guy. So I'm sure he'll take that one back.
On the offensive line for the Barnstormers tonight, trying to protect Neal and give him more time, Stephen Rousey, who was hurt and didn't play much 2 games ago, is back. And Kurt Kelly is the center. Rousey on one side. They were teammates at Troy and very good friends. And rounding out the front three, DJ Loving, the former Grandview University star. 3rd down and 9. Neal with an open receiver. Williams 15, Williams 10. Williams down to the 7-yard line. First and goal, Barnstormers. The Barnstormers convert for the 3rd time on 3rd down, the 2nd time on 3rd and long.
Yeah, looks like they only they dropped 6, I believe. So they only rushed 2, and DeQuan had plenty of time back there. Found the open man. Williams was wide open, so puts the ball right in his lap.
First 2 times these 2 teams played, Bismarck played Iowa man-to-man. They had been dropping more. They've been dropping into the 6-man coverage, and the Barnstormers really were aware of it.
Yeah, they didn't fall for it. I'm sure it helped that they got the quarterback from Bismarck to kind of give them an idea of what to expect also.
That probably didn't hurt, did it?
Not at all.
Rich Stametti joining the Barnstormers after a stint at Bismarck. Hand off Cavallo. Cavallo sheds a tackle. Gets to the end zone. Touchdown for the Barnstormers. Ilan Cavallo with his 9th rushing touchdown of the season.
And that's a great hard run by Cavallo. Not being taken down by the first tackler there. Keeps those legs turning and gets himself to the end zone. Shakes off that first tackle. You can't arm tackle this guy. He's very strong lower body. He might not look as big, but he runs very, very strong. Very strong run from Cavallo.
With a 17-yard touchdown run. Rui to try the point after. 2 for 2 so far tonight. Neal the holder. And the point after is good by Rui, who in his senior year at the University of Kansas did not miss a PAT, hit all 51 he tried. And the Barnstormers able to cash in on the tough run by Cavallo to lead 21-7.
Cluton Properties, the official housing sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic. Turd Burglar, the official sponsor of the Deuce Rule.
What makes a place home? Can it be more than where you live? At New Leaf Hospitality, you'll find a place where luxury meets relaxation with a wide range of amenities including full-service restaurants, spacious rooms, luxury sheets, and indoor pools and spas. New Leaf Hospitality. Come and turn over a new leaf with us.
There are many gaming choices across the region, but why play games that don't reward you? Instead, join the Night Club, the Players Club at Prairie Nights Casino and Resort. When you use the Nightclub card, you earn rewards like free slot play, comps, entries into big giveaways, great discounts, special offers, and more. And right now, you can get in on new member and referral bonuses. Like rewards? Join the club. The Night Club, only at Prairie Nights Casino and Resort. Feel lucky tonight.
this young guy puts on the equipment, part of the relay race. And look at this effort. Now, he, by the way, was going against somebody who's probably 4 years older who won the event, but that didn't stop him. In fact, nobody was going to stop him. He was supposed to turn around and go the other way. He is going, he is not quite gone.
She may have won the event. He won the show.
Absolutely. And then he did complete the run, by the way. See, he's still going. Future Barnstormer right there, Brett Purvey.
Awesome. Never give up.
Absolutely. So the Barnstormers will kick to Bismarck for the third time. Isaiah Strayhorn, one of the deep men for the Bismarck Bucks, and the other is Zeril Hendrick. Hendrick averages almost 17 yards per kick return, so he's the dangerous guy, and they certainly will try to keep the ball away from him. It's Hendrick on the near side and Strayhorn on the far side, and it's going to go to Hendrick after the bounce over Strayhorn. And he trips himself and goes down at the 6-yard line. Strayhorn wound up catching the football as it went over the head of Hendrick, and he winds up tripping himself and self-tackling, as it were, at the 6-yard line.
We call that a good old turf monster. Strayhorn gets it and tries to make a cut, and the turf monster said, "No, sir."
Because he may have been slightly knocked off balance by the fact his teammate ran into him first.
Just a little bit. That definitely did not help.
Did not help.
Did not.
And so, Kenyatta Allen, 6 foot 200 pounds, the quarterback for Bismarck. In 2019, he played for Durham University in Northeast England and got his degree, was out celebrating, got into an altercation with a bouncer, broke the bouncer's jaw, was charged with an offense, and was able to escape that as Rankin catches the pass and is pushed out of the 13-yard line. But anyway, he had a 14-month suspended sentence before he was fined, had to pay £500 before he was finally released and able to, at that point, sign with Turkey for this season. But then that football league unable to play due to COVID, and so then he came back to the Bismarck Bucks, who tried to sign him originally. You follow that?
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Sounds like it's a lot.
So
must be a fiery guy too, though.
Yeah.
You know? Go off on a bouncer.
And Kenyatta Allen said it was kind of a misunderstanding with the bouncer. Bouncer, broken jaw, but collected his £500. By the way, Allen is listed as 6 foot even. Just for your information, Brett, that is 14 and a half stone in England.
14 and a half stone.
You got that?
Good to know. If I'm ever in England.
It's amazing. So we have a brief delay here as the Bucks now break the huddle, giving us time to slip that story in after the one completed pass. And it'll be a 2nd down and 3 call after the 7-yard gain. Allen is back, rolls, throws long, and the pass is incomplete to the wrong side of the intended receiver, Kerrigan, or at least not the side that he was looking for.
It's like the Barnstormers took a play out of Bismarck's playbook. Rush 2 and drop 6, so that kind of it makes Allen have to make a good throw there and ends up being just a little bit behind.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned, the former Bismarck quarterback was on the scout team for Iowa last week, running Bismarck plays against the Iowa defense, and that has to help.
That helps the defense prepare tremendously. I mean, having somebody that's been there that knows exactly where routes are going to be and where guys should be open, that helps the defense a lot in preparation.
3rd down call coming up from the 12-yard line. Allen's got time. Still has time. Throws. And the pass is complete in the middle to Andre Williams. And he makes the catch at midfield for a 1st down.
He got wrapped up. That the takedown looked kind of ugly, but he's able to get up and walk off on his own power.
That 14-yard gain gives the Bucks the 1st down in Iowa territory at the 24.
Allen is a very poised, seasoned quarterback. He kind of sits in the pocket, waits on his guy to come open, and found the open receiver, delivers a nice strike to him.
And again, he was given time to do that.
Yeah. Barnstormers are still doing that time they only rush 2, so No pressure on the quarterback at all.
Allen from the 24 on first down. Hands fakes to Rankin, keeps himself, slides down before Cromwell can give him a lick, and he goes down at the 16 or 17-yard line. They'll mark it at the 17. And it's a good game, though, on first down.
It looks like he was not one to take punishment, that's for sure. Gets down really quick, but Cromwell still let him know he was there, just in case.
Smart move, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Second down at the 17-yard line. Wide receivers to the left, back to throw. Allen sets up, delivers left, and the pass is complete to the 9-yard line and into the red zone for the first down. The Bucks is the pass hauled in by Raheem Harvey. The second grab by Harvey, who played for the Barnstormers in their IFL championship season in 2018.
Yeah, that's a great pass there. Bartlett almost gets his hand on the ball on that. So that's a great strike there by Allen to Harvey.
Harvey, 35 catches this year. Bismarck has 3 receivers that are between 35 and 40 catches, so they spread the ball around. First and goal at the 9, quarterback keeper play. Allen inside the 5-yard line, brought down from behind by Dorian Walker at the 3-yard line.
Kind of surprising there. Allen got some surprising speed. He doesn't usually look to run, but it looks like this was a designed quarterback run, and gets outside, gets the edge really quick. Almost took out his receiver in the process, but it's a great quarterback run nonetheless.
Bird, number 7, is coming as the wide receiver. Again, some injury in the wide receiving core for Bismarck, and so going into the game, Rod Miller wasn't quite sure who his starters would be. But right now he's got Rankin, Kerrigan in there, along with Bird as receivers. And a timeout as there's some confusion by the Bucks. That was pretty obvious as Allen was gesturing to the right, and the receivers were all gathered on the right side, and Bismarck will use a timeout. And while we have a break, this will give us the chance to update the standings for you in the IFL. Arizona continues to set the pace at 9-2. And again, because Louisville has dropped from the league mid-season, it's an odd number of games that are being played, the same number of games not being played by everybody. Bottom line is, instead of a 14 playoff, it's now an 18 playoff. So you see the Barnstormers right now 9th in the league, but you see there's very little gap to get into the playoffs right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're only a game behind. That's why every game from here on out is extremely important. Giving them 8 teams or 8 possibilities to qualify, there's pretty much a 3-way tie there on the bottom half of the league. So if they can win out, it gives themselves a much better chance of securing the spot.
2 other games in the league tonight. Spokane plays at Frisco, so that's a big game in the upper part of the standings. Green Bay wraps up their season tonight early against Mass, and Massachusetts has won 5 straight. And then there are a couple of more games on the schedule tomorrow afternoon in the IFL. But right now, back to this one. Second down, goal to go. Allen hands off Rankin. Rankin battles his way forward. Did he cross the plane? He did. A touchdown for Bismarck as Rankin gets into the end zone on good second effort. And it's a 21-13 game.
Like it was a good, strong run by Rankin. Barnstormers had guys in place, but nobody showed up to make a tackle. Rankin was able to kind of bully his way in and keep the pile moving.
A 7-play, 44-yard drive results in the 3-yard touchdown run.
It's a good back-and-forth ball game.
It certainly is. Cody Barber on for the PAT, and that kick is good. And so with 5:20 left to play in the first half, it's a 21-14 game. And with one exception, both teams have scored in every possession, and that one exception was an Iowa touchdown by the defense on a recovered fumble.
Rankin's coming downhill. He looks to be a load, too. He runs strong and low to the ground, and those offensive linemen kept their feet moving to help him get in the end zone.
Broadlands, Mercy, and Unity Point.
Rankin played collegiately at Kent State for 3 years and then Northwest Missouri State for his senior year. He is the leading rusher and number 7 in the league, so that run, no surprise. You look at Rankin right there. He averages over 4 yards a carry. That was his 15th rushing touchdown this season. He is 5'9", but 215, so a low center of gravity, and you're right, very strong.
Absolutely.
So the Barnstormers now, an important possession for them. They opened that big 14-0 lead. They really need to keep the momentum going and not allow Bismarck to catch them at this point after opening up that big start.
Yeah, Bismarck deferred, so obviously they get the ball in the second half. So it'll be important on this drive. The Barnstormers kind of take their time and don't leave much time left for Bismarck to score now and again to potentially score again to start the next half.
So that's why this is very significant as Joanne Williams will return for Iowa. 15, 20, 25, and he gets to the 21-yard line before he is stopped. Big tackle that time, turned in by Darian Jackson once again. Jackson is everywhere.
This time Williams steps in front of the ball and doesn't let it get past him. And some great blocking up front by the Barnstormers to get the ball in the other half of the field.
He's shown great quickness, and when he gets into the open field, very tough to stop. And really, Jackson was about the last line of defense.
He was. Almost got the crease and took it all the way to the house.
So the Barnstormers with a good field position at the 22-yard line of the Bucks. Bucks do give up a lot of yards. Rod Miller, their coach, is not concerned about that. He said, where we're big is third down stops, although they don't have any tonight, as the Barnstormers are 3 of 3 on third down. Cavalu may or may not have supposed to have the handoff. Neal winds up pulling it back and carries the tackler with him to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like that was a late mesh there for him. Didn't get the look he wanted yet, and Neal decided to keep the ball and take it himself to see what he can pick up.
And again, it's Darian Jackson with yet another tackle. He's everywhere. Number 32 out of Arkansas State.
Yeah, he is all over the field today. He's got his hands on this game so far, that's for sure.
After the gain of 4, it is 2nd down and 6 with just under 4 minutes left to play in the first half. At halftime, chance for you to meet the very colorful kicker of the Barnstormers, Gabriel Ruiz. The handoff comes to Joanne Williams. Williams carries to the 12-yard line and looks to have a first down. He does. First down, Barnstormers at the 12-yard line of Bismarck.
It's like the Barnstormers are putting together a nice methodical drive there, picking up a couple yards here and there, and Williams with the speed right around to get that edge and pick up the first down.
Williams played at New Haven University, was an honorable mention All-American. That is Division II school. Just his 3rd game active for the Barnstormers. Has been here a couple of weeks prior to that. Played the Spring League, which delayed his arrival at Iowa. The handoff comes to Thompson. Thompson to the end zone. Carrington Thompson Sr. with a touchdown run to boost the Barnstormers' lead to 27-14.
I wonder if he's going to give that ball to his son.
Yes, I'm sure he will. Oh, there he is. There's Jr., Carrington Thompson Jr., present from Carrington Thompson Sr.
That is awesome.
It's a great moment, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Great run play here. I mean, they ran pretty much the exact same play the opposite way for Thompson Sr. and finds the crease and walks it right on in the end zone, almost untouched.
Rui on for the PAT. And that kick is up, and that kick is good. He is perfect in 4 tries. And the Barnstormers have doubled up on Bismarck and opened a 28-14 lead with 2:28 left to play in the first half. Another look at the run by Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson sees that outside get cut off quick, and he cuts that thing north and south, which is the best way to go. You play football. Don't dance around. Get right downhill, and he did just that. Got to score a nice touchdown in front of his son. It's got to be a great moment there.
Only 3 plays, 22 yards for the Barnstormers to get into the end zone. So here's Iowa attacking and scoring very quickly on their possessions. Bismarck, they are more methodical in scoring on theirs.
Yeah, I mean, the Barnstormers left them a little time on the clock, but they did their job and scored So hopefully they can get a stop again before the half to keep them from scoring and cutting this lead down.
It would be very significant. 28-14, Iowa leading. Remember, losing at Bismarck 53-22, losing by 30, biggest loss of the year back on June the 12th, has obviously provided some big-time motivation for the Barnstormers tonight.
Yeah, looks like the guys came off the bus ready to play ball. They're flying around, they're making plays, and guys are where they need to be so far to start this game.
Iowa with a total of 96 yards of total offense, 79 yards total offense by Bismarck. Gabe Rui on to kickoff. He said early in his career, you'll hear this at halftime, early in his career, just putting the ball through the narrow uprights was a big thing. Now, strategically, kickoffs is the thing that he really works on. Because in the indoor football league, where you kick off and how you kick off, and this is the onside attempt, and it goes out of bounds. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, Johnson delivered a blow there to Walker. I hope he's able to pop back up. Well, he did pop back up, but Johnson definitely made sure he understood.
Yes, he did. Little strong hit after the play. And Jalen Moore is down.
Sorry, it was Jalen Moore.
Yeah, Moore down, and obviously you can tell by the look in his face. In some pain. Kylie Zosky is the trainer for the Barnstormers who's attending to him. Ouch.
Yeah, that does not hurt. He hit him right into the wall, too, and that wall is unforgiving. So.
And again, that was number 32, Darian Jackson, who's just a true force, but that time an unfortunate force, and luckily Jalen Moore looks like he's able to get up with just a little bit of assistance. Jalen Moore, who was so outstanding 2 weeks ago on defense with his interception and 5 solo tackles, seems to be pretty okay. And again, a good trainer, Kylie Zosky, with the Barnstormers all year, and she's going to make sure that he is 100% before they send him back.
He's trying to jog it off, but she's telling him, don't be a tough guy. Take your time, walk it in. Got to make sure you're okay.
He's trying to tell her he's fine, right?
Absolutely. Always. I'm always fine, no matter what.
First down for Bismarck. Kenyatta Allen at the controls. Allen steps up, floats it to the end zone, leaping grab for a touchdown. What a great catch by Raheem Harvey, his second touchdown grab of the night, and that was spectacular.
Yeah, great catch by Harvey there. Goes up, but even better ball by Allen. Allen sits back in the pocket. This looks like more of a timing route. He takes about 2 or 3 steps back and lays it up. Harvey gets right on the opposite side there of Cromwell and makes a great catch in the end zone for the touchdown.
Raheem Harvey, who played at Lewis Clark Valley College prior to his stint with the Barnstormers. Former Barnstormer Barber on to attempt the point after. So a couple of former Barnstormers having good nights tonight. For Raheem Harvey, his second touchdown grab of the night. And thus far, the point afters have been perfect by Cody Barber. So with 1:38 left to play in the first half, it's a 28-21 ball game.
Always some good motivation to have to play against your former team there. And Harvey so far is showing up, making a great touchdown catch there. Still leaves plenty of time, though, for the Barnstormers to come right back down the field and score again before half.
And that was a quick one-play, 17-yard drive by Bismarck after the attempted onside kick fell short. Good look at Raheem. Again, part of the Barnstormers championship year of 2018. A veteran, though, of indoor football. 1:38 left to play in the first half.
Still plenty of time to put some points up there.
Daquan Neal thus far tonight, 4 out of 8 for 63 yards. He's relied on his running backs well, though. Thompson's carried for 13 yards, Cavallo for 7, and Williams for 7. So he's mixed the run and the pass very well.
It looks like coach is trying to make sure that Bismarck doesn't pick up on any tendencies and making them have to play the full game.
Iowa trying to end a 3-game losing streak. Williams once again on the return. Blazing speed when he gets to the open field. Penalty markers go down as he runs a long way, but I think it's going to come back.
I believe you're right there, Larry.
I tell you what, though, that guy is a breakaway threat anytime he gets his hands on the football because of his speed.
Anytime. He makes one cut and he gets downhill really fast.
He had averaged 18 yards, 2 previous returns.
During the return, number 14, half the distance to goal, first down.
Dorian Walker guilty of the hold, according to referee Jim Wojciechowicz. And so the Barnstormers will start at the 6-yard line.
Get their first penalty so far of the half, which is good for them as well. Coach talked a little bit about that being a problem for them in the previous games and some of their losses, and so far I've been playing fairly smart tonight.
Barnstormers, all 3 timeouts remaining as we head down to the 1-minute warning. Iowa will get off one play prior to that, it would appear. Cavallo comes out as a wideout, so it's an empty backfield. 2 wide receivers to each side, or 2 receivers to each side. Back to throw, and that ball goes to the 3rd row. As DeQuan Neal had to get rid of it in a hurry because there was an on-charging lineman, and he ducked it, and that man made the catch. So we reached our 1-minute warning in an action-packed first half. Iowa with a 28-21 lead over Bismarck. Iowa ball when we come back.
Bet Connect, the official communications provider of the Bismarck Bucks. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Hoo Hot Mongolian Grill, Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property, and Shields. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Action Motorsports, Bill Barth Ford, Glenn's Welding, H.A. Thompson & Sons, Taco Del Mar, and Veracity Motors. Bet Connect, the official replay sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks. Mattress Firm, the official timeout sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks. Tonight's broadcast of the Bismarck Bucks is being provided by the Iowa Barnstormers and MediaCom. Special thanks to the Barnstormers and MediaCom for providing tonight's coverage of the Bismarck Bucks.
At Wells Fargo Arena, 1 minute to go first half, 28-21. Iowa with the lead over Bismarck, and with a second down call coming up at the 6-yard line. DeQuan Neal up the middle, looks for some running room, gets it out to the 15-yard line, and will be just a yard short of a first down. Brought down on the play by Jeff Branch. The Cowbells are back, and you remembered the chorus of Cowbells when you played here, right?
Oh, yeah. That was always a sign you better make a play. Well, these fans will let you know about it.
And I was going to take a timeout, which will leave them with 40 seconds left on the first half clock. Barnstormers, I think maybe didn't have everything together because they did run a lot of time before finally using that timeout, and I think they weren't ready to use the timeout. It was just maybe not together on the same page there.
Yeah, it didn't look like they had much of a plan coming out of that timeout there with the 1-minute warning. And they lost about 20 seconds there. I mean, the play was dead in about 10 seconds, and everybody was still kind of confused about what's next. So.
Well, you pointed out Bismarck is going to get the ball first to start the second half after they won the toss and deferred. So the Barnstormers really need to convert on this drive to open a margin.
Yeah, they would definitely want to, so they can keep a lead. You know, you want to keep Bismarck behind, and so far there's only been one stop in the game, and that's the Barnstormers forcing that turnover early. So you got to put points on the board to win.
Neal quarterback sneaking for the first down, gets it. And the clock has stopped while they reset the chain at 36 seconds. Iowa quickly up to the line of scrimmage. As soon as those sticks are set, Iowa's ready to work.
First down.
Kirk Kelly at 350 pounds up over the ball at center, flanked by Loving and Rousey. Neal up the middle, open receiver. Thompson to the 15-yard line. Scheduled tackler and goes to the end zone. Bismarck is saying he was down. The officials signal he got to the end zone, and it does not look like they're going to rule him down.
Great effort there by Thompson Sr.
Let's see if he got down or not.
And he gets wide open. He gets tackled open field. No knee touches. Puts that hand down like every good coach teaches you. You get hit, put your hand down for that extra balance. He keeps it, and it's another souvenir there for his son.
How about Carrington Thompson Sr., who started the game with 2 drops? Since then, hasn't dropped anything and has scored 2 touchdowns.
It's good to see the quarterback never lost faith in him for dropping those 2 balls and keeps giving him a shot to go make a play, and he is making it.
We are going to get the challenge. But I think what you saw is that it's going to be upheld as a touchdown.
Unless they're counting the forearm, maybe the forearm or elbow touches, and that would rule him down, which is pretty close right there.
Jim Wojciechowicz is the referee. And he's dialing up the play, which is provided by our MC22 crew. And they, of course, do a great job and give the referees a lot to see and a very accurate picture. You saw it there, captured it perfectly.
Very good angle there on it. Might be down because of that forearm and elbow. It's a great effort still, nonetheless, by Thompson.
Absolutely. But is it a touchdown? It depends on what part of land. They're saying his arm was down, so we'll come back to about the 15-yard line. So no touchdown for Carrington Thompson Jr.
The result will be a
Senior,
first down.
I should say.
The clock will start on the snap.
So the ball right at the 15-yard line. 24 seconds on the clock. 2 timeouts left for the Barnstormers. Elad Kavalu will start next to quarterback Daquan Neal. Thompson really lined up directly behind Neal. Clock will start on the snap. Neal shifting out of the pocket, fakes the shovel, runs himself, and gets down to the 10-yard line. Knocked out of bounds by, once again, Darian Jackson. He doesn't make all the tackles for the Bismarck Bucks, but he makes plenty of them.
Pretty darn close to all of them. I'll tell you what, he was all over the place. But you got Daquan Neal here. I mean, you just never know. He gets out the pocket. He can shovel past you. You just got to be on your best behavior when it comes to him and break down if you get a chance and wrap him up.
Did fake that shovel pass. Not sure he had anybody in front of him, but
that's enough to keep a defender off of you. That's for sure.
Out of the shotgun, Neal. High snap from center and a bad snap from center, but penalty markers are down. This may come up against Iowa. Yes, it will. So the ball brought back to the 16-yard line.
Number 17 on the offense. Please reset the game clock.
Ball start by Dayton Person.
Going the wrong way here so far.
Clock down to 14 seconds. Les Boss talks to his quarterback. And Daquan Neal, who played at Elizabeth City State College in North Carolina. Number 2 in the IFL in total offense. Number 2 in passing and rushing. He gets set for a very crucial 2nd and 11, and the pass is incomplete. Had a tough time handling the snap and then tried to hit Kavalu, and Kavalu couldn't quite catch up with it.
I think if he catches that snap cleanly, there might have been a better place throw there for him. But the snap came in pretty hot and low. I mean, it's something he still could have handled. But, you know, I think just that little bit of timing kind of threw off that entire play.
And that brings up 3rd down and 11 at the 16-yard line. Now we are down to 10 seconds. Thompson, Person, and Bell, the wide receivers. Another high snap from center. Neal pulls it down, trying to sidestep the tackle of Malik Duncan, and Duncan is able to slow him down until he gets some help. Again, another high snap from center, and that messed up the timing on that play, and Malik Duncan was right on top of it.
Second timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he was, hopefully, Neal was hoping to get some sort of positioning there for the kicker to come out and make a play. But another high snap there from Neal. Having to reach for those balls changes a lot of things there in terms of timing and where he can go with it. So hopefully they can get that worked out here at halftime.
So Gabriel Rui is on for what will be a 29-yard field goal attempt. A couple of weeks ago against Green Bay, he hit from 22 and from 35. And we got a timeout taken by Bismarck. Probably trying to freeze the kicker, maybe not with 3 seconds left.
Time to test it out. Any way to keep points off the board, you better try.
Rui, we started to mention it earlier. Senior year at the University of Kansas, hit all 51 of his point afters, was perfect. Also had a good year at field goals. As a junior, was on the 3rd All Big 12 team, and his coach thought he deserved first team honors.
And sometimes, after playing in the Big 12, it matters what school you go to. So,
by the way, and I hesitate to add this, he did in his career at Kansas kick a 47-yard field goal against the Cyclones.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. That's the luck of the draw.
From the 29-yard line, big field goal try. And once again, a timeout will be used. The Bucks have them. No reason they're not going to carry over to the second half. Why not make Rui think just a little bit longer?
Use them if you got them.
There's Rod Miller, the veteran coach for Bismarck. As we mentioned, a Drake University graduate. Played for Rob Ash in his first year as the Bulldogs head coach back in '88. Also played there in '89. We mentioned he's coached at 6 different indoor football leagues: the AFL, AF2, the IFL, the Lone Star, the UIF, and the CIF. And he's also, in 2016, was the coach at the China Arena Football League. Now Rui once again will attempt his 29-yard field goal with 3 seconds left in the half. Plenty of leg into it, and that kick is right up the middle, splitting the uprights. Yeah, Rui says, yeah, how many more timeouts you want to call? It's not going to bother me. Rui ends the half with a 29-yard field goal. He'll be our halftime guest as he sends the Barnstormers to a 31-21 halftime lead. Nice lead in for our halftime interview by the Barnstormers field goal kicker. It's First Responders Night tonight, and the first responders being tweeted to quite a show. Barnstormers a 10-point lead at halftime, 31-21 over Bismarck.
What I enjoy most about working with ID is the team that we've built. I love the people that I work with. We spend a lot of time in this building, so the people in this building have become my family. We hang out at work, we hang out outside of work, and it's a great family atmosphere here, and that's what I enjoy the most. If you're not doing something that you enjoy doing, then don't do it at all.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work. They never rest. Never settle.
West River Chiropractic, the sponsor of the second half adjustments. ID Chrysler, the official touchdown sponsor of the game.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves, and we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
Back Connect, the official replay sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks.
Poem Design is your shop for specialized and meaningful home decor. Nothing makes a house a home like personalized designs that celebrate your milestones and tells your family's unique story. Check out our e-commerce site to find signs, photo prints, and much more. Let Poem's cutting-edge technology create unique products to help you add your personal touch to any space. Visit poemdesign.net to shop our catalog today.
ID Chrysler, the official touchdown sponsor of the game. Cricket Wireless, the official smile cam of the Bismarck Bucks. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Action Motorsports, Bill Barth Ford, Glenn's Welding, H.A. Thompson & Sons, Taco Del Mar, and Veracity Motors. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property, and Shields. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Bank Communications Cooperative, Shields, Pure Country, Runnings Farm and Fleet, Taco Del Mar, Cluton Property Management.
Our family had problems with hydration, fatigue, and cramping that no product on the market could solve. We knew there had to be a solution, which led us to inventing Cramp Aid. Our elite athletes have reported up to an 80% reduction in water loss when using Cramp Aid compared to other sports drinks. Nature didn't make water colored, so neither does Cramp-Aid. Our products contain all natural flavors and are dye-free. Cramp-Aid helps your water take you further.
There are many gaming choices across the region, but why play games that don't reward you? Instead, join the Night Club, the Players Club at Prairie Knights Casino and Resort. When you use the Night Club card, you earn rewards like free slot play, comps, entries into big giveaways, great discounts, special offers, and more. And right now, you can get in on new member and referral bonuses. Like rewards? Join the club. The Night Club, only at Prairie Knights Casino and Resort. Feel lucky tonight.
What makes a place home? Can it be more than where you live? At New Leaf Hospitality, you'll find a place where luxury meets relaxation with a wide range of amenities including full-service restaurants, spacious rooms, luxury sheets, and indoor pools and spas. New Leaf Hospitality. Come and turn over a new leaf with us.
Welcome back. After the first few weeks where the Bucks were juggling between two different quarterbacks, they eventually settled on Glenn Couillette. However, one thing that's been consistent from the jump is the play of the Bismarck wide receivers. J.T. Stokes, Raheem Harvey, and Mike Kerrigan are all in the top 5 in the league in receiving yards. Stokes leads the league with 273 yards and is second with 7 touchdowns. With so many options, the Bucks have been a nightmare for opposing secondaries, and the confidence comes from each wideout bringing their own set of skills to the table.
Because for each position, there's special things for us to do. So we really just had to stay focused on the game plan without the week, and some game plans are just meant for more guys to burst open than others. But we all got weapons. There's weapons everywhere, so you can't stop it. Even if the groove ain't so high, it's still kind of hard to stop us. But definitely when we all sky high, yeah, there's nobody can touch us.
We're going to be very dangerous. I can already going to tell you. We're going to be very dangerous. Everybody works hard. Like, our offense is we're going to click. Like, everybody's going to eat. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice.
Maybe the only man happier than that terrifying trio is their quarterback, Glenn Couillette. Couillette knows this group has a high ceiling, and they haven't even come close to reaching it.
I think very lethal, honestly. I think we don't even realize how lethal we can be just yet either. Like, we're just seeing that, glimpse of it, like, so the flashes of it in film. So I think once we start turning that page, then we can be something special.
We can't wait to see what else this offense has in store.
Every day we rise, bend, twist, walk, run, doing the things we love. They are simple until they are not. If pain is holding you back from simple tasks like work, playing sports, or spending time with loved ones, West River can help you get the pain relief you need to enjoy the things you love. Take the step to a happier, healthier life by calling us today, or go online to westriverchiro.com. West River Chiropractic, family, wellness, athletics. We are proud to be the official team chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves. And we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
Everybody, it's time for Hurry Up Offense. This week we've got the pleasure of being joined by offensive line coach for the Bismarck Bucks, Billy Jarvis. Coach, we're going to get to know you a little bit, some rapid-fire questions, as many as we can fit in, headed down to the other end zone. You ready to rock and roll, sir?
Yes, sir.
Let's
Yes,
do this,
sir.
young man. First things first, favorite movie?
Oh, wow, favorite movie. That's a tough one. I like Westerns. Outlaw Josie Wales.
I can't even say I know that one.
It's Clint Eastwood movie. If it's got Clint Eastwood in it, I'm old, so it's a good movie to me.
I like that. Favorite IFL city to visit other than Bismarck?
Oh, other than Bismarck? Oh, wow, that is a good question. I've been to Quad City, so that's not a bad place.
Hometown?
Richmond, Virginia.
What's your favorite part about Richmond?
Oh, just we have 4 seasons, change of the weather and everything. So get a little bit of winter and get a lot of spring and summer.
What would you be doing if you weren't coaching football?
Oh, wow, if I wasn't coaching football, I'd be at home doing the laundry and washing the dishes and keeping the house clean for my wife and taking care of the dogs.
You know how to keep everybody happy.
Well, that's right. I've been married 41 years, so I know I do what I'm told.
You sound like you're going to make it to 42. Last, but certainly not least, what is your favorite part about coaching in the IFL? What makes the IFL unique?
Oh, well, number one, it's indoors, and you can really concentrate for an offensive line coach. You can spend a whole lot of time on technique instead of having a whole bunch of plays due to the fact, you only have 8 players. Outdoor ball, you have 11. And so you concentrate a lot of times on making more plays. And so here you can really focus on offensive linemen's technique, their stance, which foot they're kicking with, where their hands are, and hand placement, and keeping their head up and stuff like that. So it's something that you do every day. In an outdoor ball, you kind of lose that after the first part of the season because you're always concentrating, hey, can we run this play or that play, that type thing.
This has been another incredible hurry-up offense. Special thanks to offensive line coach Billy Jarvis for joining us. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Part of the appeal of the IFL is that it's a slight variation on a game that we already know and love. However, if you're new to the IFL, you'll be forgiven for not knowing all of the nuances and different rules. Don't sweat it, though. We know a guy.
And Justin Rankin's look good today.
Let's go, Bucks. Big drive here. Big drive.
We're down 4. Oh, there it is. Rankin again.
Yes!
Oh, go Bucks.
Oh boy, they're out of timeouts. Good thing the 2-minute warning's coming up.
Has this ever happened to you? You're watching an IFL game, and while it's similar to normal football, you realize it's not quite the same thing. Hi kids, I'm Professor IFL, and timing is everything. So today, we're going to be learning about the 1-minute warning. Who's ready to learn?
We are!
Kids, today we're learning all about the 1-minute warning. Now, in other levels of football, like the NFL, there's what's commonly known as the 2-minute warning, a break taken at the last 2 minutes of each half.
I have a question.
First, what's Professor IFL's #1 rule?
Safety first. So if the Bucks have the ball and they're winning after the 1-minute warning, they should just take a knee, right?
Not quite. See, normally in the IFL, there's a running clock. However, in the final minute of each half, the clock can stop for multiple reasons, including not picking up positive yardage. This makes it harder for a team to run out the clock.
How else can the clock stop, Professor IFL?
Another great question. The clock will also stop if there's an incomplete pass, somebody goes out of bounds, there's a first down, and the officials need to reset the chains, and of course, if there's a touchdown.
Whoa! Thanks, Professor IFL!
So remember, kids, in the IFL, the warning comes at the 1 minute mark, and the clock could stop. Huh, well, it looks like we're all out of time. Unlike the clock in the last minute, I've got to run. Hey, fellas, sorry I'm late. How's the game?
David, you just missed Professor IFL. He taught us all about the 1 minute warning.
Aw, we never got to thank him. Oh, I think he knows.
Turd Burglar, the official sponsor of the Deuce Rule. Missouri Valley YMCA, your official workout facility of the Bismarck Bucks. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torger-Sonato Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Action Motorsports, Bill Barth Ford, Glenn's Welding, H.A. Thompson & Sons, Taco Del Mar, and Veracity Motors. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Blue Hot Mongolian Grill, Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property, and Shields. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Bank Communications Cooperative, Shields, Pure Country, Runnings Farm and Fleet, Taco Del Mar, Cluton Property Management, Mattress Firm, the official timeout sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks.
Cowbells tonight. They brought the youngsters out and everybody having a good time right now with the home team. The Barnstormers up 31-21. Another home game next week, and it's the final home game of the regular season for the Barnstormers. 7:05 kick against Sioux Falls. Third meeting of the year against Sioux Falls, and that game will also have huge playoff implications for both teams. So if you've not been out to see the Barnstormers, just one more chance in the regular season, hopefully a playoff home game, but that's well down the road to be determined.
Absolutely. I mean, the most important thing for the Barnstormers is to win here on out. Take each game one game at a time and try to get a win to help themselves get that spot in the playoffs this year.
So kickoff coverage has been an adventure for both teams tonight. Let's see if that changes for the Barnstormers in the second half as Gabriel Rui, who you know ended the first half with a 29-yard field goal, prepares to kick off. Strayhorn and Hendrick are back. This is Strayhorn, and he is dragged down by Tony Jones, but just a jersey. Jones made a nice open field tackle, got a hold of that jersey, wouldn't let go.
That is a great open field tackle by Jones. He was falling the other way and somehow maintains control of that jersey. It just kind of goes to talk about grip strength right there. I mean, he literally pulled him down by his jersey. So great open field tackle by Tony Jones.
Meanwhile, Strayhorn saying, where happened to those tearaway jerseys they used to have, right?
It made it a lot easier to get away.
It certainly did. So, here come the Bismarck Bucks. There are the numbers in the first half for Allen, as you see. Didn't throw long very often, but had a very consistent first half. He's back to throw now. Forced out of the pocket, but has an open receiver. That is Kerrigan. Kerrigan makes the catch at midfield. So, with pressure, he was able to throw off his back foot and still find Mike Kerrigan for a big gain of almost 20 yards.
Yeah, the Barnstormers are still they're taking a page out of the Bismarck's book there, so they were dropping 6 in coverage, and looks like they had Tony come in and add a little later, but it gave him a little bit too much time. He was able to find Kerrigan there on the sideline.
So the second play of the second half for Bismarck will be in Iowa territory after the 15-yard pass completion. Tariq Boyd up over the ball at center. Allen hands to Harvey. Harvey to the outside to the 20-yard line. Ran a long way to get 4 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Great tackle there, my McClure, pushing him right out of bounds there on the sideline.
John McClure, third on the Barnstormers in tackles with 42 this season. Also has an interception. Again, this is the third matchup between these two teams. The first matchup here in Des Moines on May 29th, won by Iowa 49-43. But on June 12th at Bismarck, totally different story. Bucks prevailed by 30, 53-22. So this match number 3, and it carries playoff implications for both. Handoff once again in the backfield, and called down right at the line of scrimmage on the play is Rankin, as Justin Rankin just could not get to the outside, well contained by the Barnstormers, who strung it out, and Jones led the charge.
Yeah, I mean, they might have got away with a little hold up front. I feel like that play might have gotten stopped a little bit earlier, but, you know, it's a defensive line. You got to keep playing through it, and again, you got Tony Jones just stepping up and just making plays left and right. So another good tackle by him.
Jones, the team's leading tackler, number 9, played at Texas Tech. Had a great career at Texas Tech, had 8 sacks and 14 tackles for losses in just 2 years with the Red Raiders. Big third down call coming up for Bismarck. Allen to the end zone, looking for Harvey. And it is almost picked off by Dorian Walker. Walker breaks up the play, forces a 4th down for Bismarck on their first possession of the half.
Gosh, he read it perfectly, broke on the ball. It looked nice, just could not complete it. But it still gets credited for a PBU, a good third down stop. So see what happens here on this 4th down. But not much pressure there on Allen, and delivers the ball, hangs it up there a little bit too long, and Walker almost walks away with an interception.
Well, they have a good field goal kicker, but that's not going to be the decision for Rod Miller. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They need 6. Allen, high snap from center. Again, long to the end zone, and that ball is broken up. Well, or hauled in, excuse me, for a touchdown. Andre Williams. Looked like for a moment he might not have come down with it, but he did. It's a great catch by Andre Williams in the left corner of the end zone. Watch this.
Yeah, that was a great catch there. Allen just it's another one of those timing routes. Gives the receiver a little bit of time and a little bit of misjudgment there, and Williams is able to secure it there off the wall. Keep that thing alive.
So Andre Williams makes his 6th touchdown reception of the season to make it a 31-27 ball game. And Cody Barber will attempt the point after, unless we get a challenge. We are going to get a challenge. Les Moss has thrown the challenge. Well, it looked like it came up in the air for a moment after the initial hit. And so, again, you heard referee Jim Wojciechowicz explain that there was a thought the ball hit the wall first. And certainly Jalen Moore, linebacker, he's waving his hands back and forth indicating no. And we're about to find out.
Yeah, that's a tough call there. I don't know if that angle gives it to you right away. Still, he almost has has the ball secured, but that's a tough bang-bang call.
And what Brenda's seeing is what the officials are seeing. You know, we're not seeing it on TV till now, but here it is. And again, the wall kind of gets in the way of making a clean call there, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Which would make it difficult to call it inconclusive, so let's get another look at it. Into his hands, secured it against the wall. Looked like 6 to me there. What do you think?
I think it's going to be 6. I don't think that's enough to overturn it either. So his hands are still in front of the ball, between the ball and the wall. So I think they still get the 6 on this one.
And the touchdown will stand.
That's great concentration, too, by Williams.
And now the former Barnstormer, Cody Barber, on to attempt the point after. Barber's had a terrific career, and considering the fact he is virtually blind in his left eye from a childhood accident, and he's been able to still make a nice job kicking till that moment. As the Barnstormers able to prevent the point after. So Bismarck scores on their first possession to make it a 4-point game early in the second half. 31-27, Iowa with the lead.
Poem Design is your shop for specialized and meaningful home decor. Nothing makes a house a home like personalized designs that celebrate your milestones and tells your family's unique story. Check out our e-commerce site to find signs, photo prints, and much more. Let Poem's cutting-edge technology create unique products to help you add your personal touch to any space. Visit poemdesign.net to shop our catalog today.
When no one else is around, champions get to work. They never rest, never settle.
Left to play in the third quarter. Iowa with a 31-27 lead. You see assistant coach Jason Simpson, the former Barnstormer. The dance cam was on, and Sterling Clark, the former Barnstormer, performing before his former coach, and he got into it. That guy got into it as well. And everybody's having a good time as the Barnstormers in Bismarck putting on quite a show. Here's the kickoff by Barber. It's a short kickoff. Cavallo picks it up, gets through the first wave of tackles and the second, and carries down to the 19-yard line. Ivan Cavallo with a short kick return, able to get the Barnstormers excellent field position.
He has a good reaction there, grabs the ball and just takes off and gets what he can get and ends up getting them on the other side of the field.
Cavallo, really an outstanding athlete, was a state wrestling champion in high school. Interesting guy, went to Holy Cross for 3 years, St. Anselm for a year. First time out against Bismarck, he rushed for 85 yards and a couple of touchdowns. There's DeQuan Neal's numbers tonight, as really balanced, throwing and running well. This is a design play for Neal to run, and he carries to the 14-yard line.
I mean, the Barnstormers have been very smart with their play calling so far. You know, the runs have been very successful, and you kind of see it right here on a nice quarterback run there by DeQuan Neal, picking up a quick 5 yards and kind of cut the sticks in half. Coach really wanted to focus on staying in front of the sticks and not getting in third and long situations, and so far they're executing on that game plan.
Devon Keith made the tackle. Haven't had a chance to talk a lot about him tonight, which tells you the Barnstormers are containing him well, but he is one of the quicker defensive linemen in the IFL. Neal from the 14-yard line on second down. Handoff fake to Williams. Neal keeps. Penalty markers down. Neal will go down at the 6-yard line. Flag thrown in the backfield, and it looks like it's going to come up against Iowa. And then the ball loose at the end of the play, and it looked like they might have called a fumble. Well, let's see. As Jim Wojciechowicz will tell us.
Holding, number 71 on the offense. That penalty is declined. First down.
So it was a fumble at the end of the play.
See what happens. You got a shaky mesh there. Neal keeps the ball and runs a little bit there, and looks like he got
a big strip that time. Terrific play
gets by the ball stripped out.
Hendrick Harper, who just signed this week. So there's the first Barnstormer turnover, and it gives the Bismarck Bucks a chance to take their first lead if they can convert. Possibly fumbled by Neal, but a really good play by Harper. Rankin missed the catch. Rankin dragged down by Jones. He could not get upfield at all and winds up gaining maybe 2 on the play.
Yeah, that's a great open field tackle there by Tony Jones. The guy is really all over the place, recognizes the play, breaks up on the ball. I honestly thought it was going to be a bigger hit than that, but I mean, he makes sure he gets the tackle and stops Rankin before he gets that momentum going.
So a second down coming up after a short gain. Second down and 8. Good look at Tony Jones, who is playing an outstanding game tonight, the leading tackler on the season for the Barnstormers. Handoff goes to Rankin, and he is buried immediately. He is making Harvey. He is stopped back to the 4-yard line. So it brings up a very important third down for the Bucks.
Yeah, that's a big-time stop there by Bartlett. Doesn't get fooled by that action and does not allow Harvey to get outside of him and makes a great tackle for loss there. Sets up a huge third and long. After the turnover,
Up front, the Barnstormers are Biggers along with Bartlett. They've done an outstanding job tonight. And also there is Jayshawn Washington. They're the front 3 for Iowa. Third and long. Allen is back. Allen steps up in the pocket, now throws, and the pass is caught for a first down. Big play to Raheem Harvey, who's having a big night for the Bucks, and he's able to move the sticks on third and long.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Barnstormers did not get a stop, and Harvey is kind of dialed in on his old team there, finds the open spot in their zone and sits there, and Allen delivers a good strike.
14-yard gain on a 4th down play. So the ball now at the 18-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for the Bismarck Bucks, who are looking for their 3rd win in their last 4 games. With crisscross in the backfield, Rankin this time gets the call, and Rankin is fielded immediately by Kenton Bartlett. So again, it's a loss of a couple of yards, and Iowa's run defense has just been outstanding.
They've been really good getting off the ball, seeing those, recognizing the runs right now, and getting right down the field. So it's another great stop by Bartlett.
Still ball at the 17-yard line now on 2nd down and 12, make it 11. Allen gets the play call. The offensive coordinator for the Bismarcks is Corey Ross. He was the former head coach of the Quad City Steamwheelers. Now an assistant for Rod Miller. Rankin to the 20. Rankin breaks the tackle, gets outside, and gets to the 24-yard line. On 2nd down, he winds up gaining about 7 or 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and short for the Bucks.
Bismarck is getting right back into their offense. Being slow, methodical, taking their time with the ball, and kind of milking the clock.
And that's something they do very well. They had almost a 7-minute drive earlier tonight. And again, they're taking their time here. And they've got a third down call coming up in 3rd and 4. There's Corey Ross, the former Steam Wheelers coach from the Quad Cities, now the offensive coordinator for Rod Miller and the Bismarck Bucks. Allen loops it over the middle, caught at midfield for no gain. Corrigan hauled it in, and Jones hauled him down immediately.
Tony Jones again, another big hit right across the middle. Doesn't seem like the receivers are too safe on anything coming across the middle because Tony Jones is covering and flying.
And so now it's 4th down. And a moment ago, the Bismarck Bucks completed a 14-yard pass on a 4th down call. Now once again they're called to complete a play for a 1st down as they stand at the 24-yard line of Iowa. 4th down and 2 yards to go, and it's a long 2 at that. Allen wants to throw for it on 4th down, and again he's going to throw long, and the pass is incomplete. And the Barnstormers, after the fumble by Daquan Neal, have held.
That's a big-time stop there by the Barnstormers defense. Great response by them. Up until that point, I don't think the Barnstormers had a stop on 4th down. So it's a great way to react after that turnover there by your offense and give them another chance to put some points on the board.
Tyree McClain covering for Iowa. He's one of the newcomers on the team this year from Louisville in the disbursement draft. And so the Barnstormers dodge a bullet and take over at the 24-yard line. So Iowa able to escape a turnover. And so far, 2 turnovers, 1 apiece. But Bismarck wounded by theirs. Iowa able to get away with 1. Neal goes back into the shotgun with Cavallo to his left. Wants to run it, goes to the left side and gets to the 21-yard line. He gets 5 on 1st down.
Neal is very explosive there, and I mean he gets in there and those gaps close really quick, and they are really reaching for those balls, gunning for those turnovers. Barnstormers started off the first half that way. Now Bismarck is really raking at that ball. So hopefully the Barnstormers are keeping it high and tight and they can maintain control so they don't lose anymore.
And during this 3-game losing streak, turnovers have been an issue for the Barnstormers, who've lost 7 turnovers in the 3-game streak, trying to turn that around tonight. Here's the 2nd down call for Daquan Neal. The pitch comes to Cavallo. He's got a hole. 15, 10. He's going to the end zone. Touchdown Barnstormers. Elon Cavallo with his 2nd touchdown run of the night.
Tell you what, the Barnstormers get outside. I was looking for the flag there. There's no handkerchiefs on the ground. It's great moving by the offensive line, but even better vision by Cavallo there.
Cavallo from 21 yards.
Offensive line gets great blocking up front. They kicked out their big-time defensive end there, Keith, and Cavallo was able to cut it up inside and practically go in untouched.
Gabriel Rui on for the point after. If you listen to the halftime interview, you know his grandfather was a big influence and helped raise him. He's in the stands tonight for the first time in Iowa to watch him play. And he's got to be enjoying the performance of his grandson, who's perfect in PATs and has kicked a big field goal that Iowa leads by 11 at 38-27.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves. And we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
Missouri Valley YMCA, your official workout facility of the Bismarck Bucks. Cluton Property Management, the official game ball sponsor of the Bucks.
Every day we rise, bend, twist, walk, run, doing the things we love. They are simple until they are not. If pain is holding you back from simple tasks like work, playing sports, or spending time with loved ones, West River can help you get the pain relief you need to enjoy the things you love. Take the step to a happier, healthier life by calling us today, or go online to westriverchiro.com. West River Chiropractic. Family, wellness, athletics. We are proud to be the official team chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks.
Tonight's broadcast of the Bismarck Bucks is being provided by the Iowa Barnstormers and MediaCom. Special thanks to the Barnstormers and MediaCom for providing tonight's coverage of the Bismarck Bucks.
Takes a 38-27 lead over Bismarck on a Cavallo 21-yard touchdown, a final from Massachusetts. The Pirates have won their 6th in a row and improved to 9-3, knocking off Green Bay 50-33. More importantly for the Barnstormers, it drops the Blizzard down to 5-7. The Barnstormers coming in at 4-5, so Iowa, they hold on and win tonight, certainly have a better look at their playoff picture. Meanwhile, here's a kickoff return out to almost midfield by Strayhorn, or excuse me, by Hendrick. He was back there with Strayhorn. It was Hendrick on the return that time. And so the Bucks will take over at the 24-yard line of Iowa with 2:10 left to play in the third quarter. But going back to that last Iowa touchdown, how significant was that after they turned the ball over?
I mean, it's all about momentum. The defense stepped up in a major way. They responded to that fumble there, or I'm sorry, that strip by the quarterback, and they bended a little bit, but they never broke. So helps the offense out a lot. Offense has a lot of trust in the guys, and they come out and put some points on the board to help the team out some more.
Kenyatta Allen with the snap. Takes the throw, wants to run, and is pushed down by Kenton Bartlett. Bartlett didn't get a lot on him, but he got enough on him to knock him off his feet.
That's 3 negative plays in a row for Bartlett. I mean, that's awesome by him. Allen thought he had a lot of room and started dancing too much, and good things happen when the D-line runs to the ball, and that's proof in the pudding there for Bartlett.
Bartlett out of Portland State was hurt early in the year, so really he's just come on and played more significantly later in the year. And boy, tonight he has done a terrific job. Jones has been great on defense as well. The handoff goes to Rankin. Rankin tries to get to midfield, and he's going to be stopped, maybe got to the 25-yard line. But it'll be a short gain of maybe 3, and it'll bring up a 3rd and long.
This Barnstormers run defense is all over anything that Bismarck is trying to do today. Not going to make it easy for him tonight.
So once again, the Bucks need to come up with a 3rd down and long conversion. 3rd down and 9. Rankin will come as a wide receiver to the near side. It'll be an empty backfield. The other 3 wide receivers go to the right of Kenyatta Allen. Allen, again, the 5th quarterback Bismarck has used this year. He looked long, nothing going. Bar penalty markers down, and he goes down at the 20-yard line.
The good turf monsters out there again.
Yep, he got bit that time and went down untouched, and a flag down. We usually see a hold, and that's what you're going to see here.
Offense. That penalty is declined.
Hold against the former Barnstormer, Sterling Clark. And so the Barnstormers, big opportunity here. So the Barnstormers trying to make a playoff run, and 3 quarters have gone by. Iowa leads by 11, 38-27.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
There are many gaming choices across the region, but why play games that don't reward you? Instead, join the Night Club, the Players Club at Prairie Knights Casino and Resort. When you use the Night Club card, you earn rewards like free slot play, comps, entries into big giveaways, great discounts, special offers, and more. And right now, you can get in on new member and referral bonuses. Like rewards? Join the club. The Night Club, only at Prairie Knights Casino and Resort. Feel lucky tonight.
He's reliving the glory days, isn't he? Nice throw, yes. He got the job done. And the Barnstormers trying to get the job done, leading 38-27 as we go to the fourth quarter. You mentioned momentum a moment ago. Right now on the Barnstormers side, big play. Although it's a big fourth down here for Bismarck. Fourth down and 14 yards to go to start the fourth quarter. It's a field goal try of long range by Barber. It's going to go wide left. And so the Barnstormers have held, the field goal fails, and Iowa with an 11-point lead has the football.
That's another good stop there by the Barnstormers defense. I mean, you force them to kick a long field goal, and chances go high after that. And unfortunately, Bismarck walks away empty-handed, and the Barnstormers take another shot at putting some more points on the board, adding to this lead.
DeQuan Neal having a really good night, both, again, managing the game well, throwing it well, and relying on his running backs. And a variety of running backs have carried the football tonight. The wide receivers deployed as runners often. It's been very successful mix for Iowa offensively.
Yeah, I mean, they look a lot more comfortable on offense this week as compared to 2 weeks ago against Green Bay. So until they've been working and put some work in the past week there, and it's starting to show out tonight.
From the 5-yard line, Iowa will start this drive. Fake to Cavallo. Neal keeps the football, throws, and the pass is caught, and the penalty marker's down. Dayton Person made the catch. He scored the first touchdown tonight for the Barnstormers, but we have to check out the flag.
Legal contact. Number 2 on the defense. That penalty
and
is declined.
The Barnstormers will take the game, decline the penalty. It's a first down out to the 16-yard line. Through 3 quarters, Neal 5 of 11, 81 yards and a touchdown, and on the ground, 10 carries, 41 yards.
Barnstormers do a nice little fake there and end up taking the defense to their left, to our right, and gives Person just enough time to come open and DeQuan to deliver a nice strike.
DeQuan Neal, who struggled mightily against Bismarck last time out, really having a good night tonight. And this may be a false start, judging on where the flag was thrown and how quickly it was thrown.
There is no foul on the play for 3 receivers in motion. Only 10 of them were moving. Remains first down.
So,
no foul on the play.
No foul on the play. They say only 3 receivers were. I have to think that one over for a while.
Yeah, I didn't quite hear it all, so we'll just call it a mulligan.
Yeah, absolutely. No harm, no foul. First down remains at the 16-yard line. The pitch comes wide to Cavallo, turns a corner and ducks his head and gets down to the 20-yard line. Branch in on the stop for the Bismarck Bucks. And the Barnstormers now face the second down and 6 after a 4-yard gain.
Barnstormers doing a really good job with their run game so far today, and I think that, obviously helps sets up the pass for these guys.
That's something that they had struggled with a couple of weeks ago, and with the bye week last week, obviously have things worked out. Williams comes wide to the left side. Thompson wide to the left. The throw is to Person once again. Tackle missed. He gets to the 25-yard line. He's brought down there by Malik Duncan.
It's quite the move there by Person.
Hodlin missed the tackle.
It's quite the move there by Person here. Catch the ball and almost spins out of that tackle.
Third down and short for the Barnstormers with 12.5 minutes left in regulation. Barnstormers need 3 for a first down. Cavalu goes in motion to the near side. The pitch on the far side goes to Cavalu. Cavalu to the 20. Has a first down and plenty more as he gets to the 18-yard line of the Bucks. So the Barnstormers now moving the ball effectively, trying to open their biggest lead of the game. They did lead early 14-0, but if they score here, they'll have their biggest lead.
What a nice option play there. Makes the defensive end bite up on there, and a nice quick pitch to Cavalu, and he does the rest. Picks up a nice first down.
Darian Jackson, once again, the tackler for Bismarck. At the 19-yard line on first down. Empty backfield. Coming across to take the handoff is Cavalu. Same play, other side. Same result. Good gain to the 10-yard line.
They really got this run game dialed in so far right now. Taking their time, walking down the field. They're actually the ones being slow and methodic right now. It's a little different look there. I mean, the Barnstormers run a nice, simple stretch play there, and Cavalu gets right down the field for another 8-9 yards.
Kirk Kelly, number 71, the center, leading the blocking on that play. And it's a 2nd and 2 at the 11. Handoff once again to Thompson. Thompson tripped up at the 10, drives forward to the 9, will be close to that first down. Depends on where they mark the football. The Barnstormers, using the whole field now and running the ball well, side to side. They're going to call it down after a gain of 1. So it's 3rd down and a yard.
Thompson tries to get north and south, but that was a great open field tackle there to keep him short there, the first down.
Zarel Hendrick on the stop for Bismarck. 3rd and 1. Cavalu turned to the outside and is going to lose yardage on the play and be tackled back at the 13. So now it's 4th down and decision time for Les Moss. First down try or field, and actually he made the decision already. Here comes the field goal kicker, Gabriel Rui, who has been outstanding since joining the Barnstormers about 4 games ago.
You have a kicker like Rui. He's been, consistent, successful. He's been hot tonight. Bring him on out and let's get these extra points here.
A moment ago, at the end of the first half, it was a 29-yard field goal. This will be a 28-yard attempt, with Person the snapper and Neal the holder. And the ball down, the kick line drive style up, and that kick is no good, off to the left. So Rui misses for the first time tonight after he hit a field goal and was successful at all his point afters. So the Bismarck Bucks get a hold. They got the football with Iowa leading 38-27.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Blue Hot Mongolian Grill, Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property, and Shields. Mattress Firm, the official timeout sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Bank Communications Cooperative, Shields, Pure Country, Runnings Farm and Fleet, Taco Del Bar, Gluten Property Management. Tonight's broadcast of the Bismarck Bucks is being provided by the Iowa Barnstormers and MediaCom. Special thanks to the Barnstormers and MediaCom for providing tonight's coverage of the Bismarck Bucks.
They've got the football at the 5-yard line. 9:24 left in regulation, an 11-point Barnstormer lead at 38-27.
be really good to see how the defense responds here. Responded really well after the turnover down the other end, so see what they do here on this drive coming out.
Fumble on the exchange. Allen able to grab the football and fall on it and go forward, trying to wrestle it away from him for the Barnstormers, Tyrone Cromwell. And that time, the Bucks got away with what could have been a catastrophic turnover.
Absolutely got a lucky bounce here. Looks like he held it in there too long, and gosh, Bartlett almost came up with the turnover there. Everything is very costly and heightened right now, so I'm sure they're kind of on edge over there, so hopefully they can get it together.
As it was, the play gained 3 yards to bring up 2nd down and 7. Allen forced out of the pocket, throws against the grain, pass caught at the 20-yard line. Great grab on the play by Johan Bird.
You can see Jalen Moore trying to get that big hit back there on Bird.
Bird, not a lot of playing time this year with Bismarck, but some injuries in the wide receiver corps have given him the opportunity, and he makes his first catch of the night. And so a first down at the 20-yard line. Again, bad snap. Allen got it short, able to pick it up off the bounce. Throws to the end zone and throws it away in essence. He had a receiver in the vicinity, Kerrigan. Kerrigan was well covered that time by McLean, and he basically threw it away. And so isn't that strange? After all the pretty decent center quarterback exchanges, now we're seeing some issues.
All on this one drive, fourth quarter, when it really matters the most. I think the guys will be more locked in here this late in the game.
Ja'Shawn Washington, the Barnstormer who was down, being assisted off the field. When I look at Ja'Shawn Washington, I feel really old because his grandfather played for the Packers, Alden Roche, and I remember the name.
Oh, wow. This means your season. Not old, just season, that's all.
Thanks.
Looks like he had some sort of non-contact injury there. Foot got stuck on his turn and ends up falling down. But he does walk off on his own power, so hopefully it's nothing too tough for him.
2nd down and 10 at the 20-yard line for Kenyatta Allen, who we mentioned has played football in 4 different countries. He throws and completes the pass at the 19-yard line. Good grab by Bird. So Bird now twice on this drive has caught passes. 3-year pro out of Rochester Community College, played in the CIF with Salina his first year with the Bucks.
Quiet all night and had 2 quick grabs here this fourth quarter.
Bird was a guy who had been all league when they were in the CIF, then tried to commute from Minnesota, couldn't work that out. And that pass complete to the 7-yard line. So Bismarck comes right back after the missed field goal to bring it into the red zone.
Yeah, they are not wasting any time, and Allen is showing his arm strength there and squeezes that ball in that tight window, gets it to the spot that his receiver can only make the catch there.
That's the 5th catch of the night for Raheem Harvey. Allen forced out of the pocket, fires to the right sideline, fires it away. Bird was in the vicinity, but again, just a matter of getting rid of the football because Bird drew double the coverage.
Yeah, he did. He's been kind of a main target for Allen on this drive. So trying to make sure they keep him out. And I'm sure they would be looking for Harvey now this close to the end zone.
Corey Ross, the offensive coordinator, making the call for Kenyatta Allen. 2nd down and 7 call coming up. Bird wide to the right side. Fake pitch. Allen runs it up the middle. Allen runs into the end zone and actually winds up leaping into the end zone for a Bismarck touchdown to make it 38-33.
That's a great play call there by Bismarck. They've had all that run action away and forcing the Barnstormers to go chase it. And that opens the middle wide open and man coverage, and backs are turned, and Allen walks right in untouched.
I think they might be going for the two-point conversion, having missed the PAT a moment ago. And that's exactly what is going to happen, it would appear. Yes, they are. Two-point try by Allen. Fakes the pitch. It's secured by Kerrigan, but he doesn't get to the end zone. So the two-point conversion fails.
Yeah.
And the score remains Iowa 38 and Bismarck 33. Again, the run defense does the job.
Absolutely. If they don't make a stop right here, it comes up to a three-point ball game. And, I mean, the run defense has been stout all night. And there they are again, showing up when it really matters and makes another big stop.
So in a tight ball game, that's a failed two-point conversion and a missed one-point conversion by Bismarck. That could become a factor down the stretch. Barnstormers hold a 5-point lead, and we are down to 4 minutes and 39 seconds to play because of that very lengthy drive.
Yeah, they took their time. They've been slow and methodical. I mean, that's typically what Bismarck has done. They've been holding the ball here. They were doing that the first half of the ball game, and they've still got a plus 12 there, 12 minutes about on the Barnstormers so far. So
both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Yeah, very deceiving in terms of time of possession because Bismarck has a 10-minute lead in time of possession over Iowa. But Iowa scored quickly, and Bismarck, as you said, has scored methodically. That drive, almost 4 minutes. Again, both teams 3 timeouts remaining as we come down to the stretch.
Sure, the Barnstormers are thinking onside kick here. Got to secure the kick.
They're lined up that way. Williams is deep. Cody Barber approaches and kicks the low line drive. Williams gathers it in. Runs into his own man and will go down shy of the 20-yard line. Dorian Walker trying to set him a block, and Williams ran up his back.
Yeah, it almost looked like Williams was expecting something different, but
nice security, though, on the tough one to field.
Yeah, he secures that good knuckleball and didn't make a cut, but that's all right. At least they got the ball and no fumbles. And give your team a chance to march the ball back down the field.
Neal now 7 of 13 through the air for 96 yards. And on the ground, 10 carries, 41 yards. So very productive night for him. Cavallo and Neal, little trouble with the exchange. Cavallo able to almost take it away from Neal and hold on to it against a possible turnover.
Got kind of lucky on that one there. It looks like Neal left it in that breadbasket a little longer than he wanted to and tried to pull it out, but luckily they were able to keep hold of the ball there. That could have been very costly here this late in the ball game.
Cavallo finally is able to wrestle it away from him. That's good for a former state wrestling champion to do that, and it was very important the Barnstormers keep the football.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose the ball this deep in their own territory.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line. Neal delivers incomplete. Williams, the intended receiver at midfield, but well covered on the play by Zarel Hendrick. And so the Barnstormers face a 3rd down and 10. Iowa 5 of 7 on the 3rd down conversions tonight, and if Iowa comes out with a win, that will be a big number.
Absolutely. Yeah, staying on the upside of that, only having 2 plays where you didn't get the 1st down there, could be big. We'll see what they do on this 3rd down. Let's go around.
On the other hand, Bismarck just 3 of 7 on 3rd down. Fake to Cavallo. Neal floated the football back to Cavallo. Cavallo trying to make something out of nothing, and he's able to turn it into positive yardage. But that was a very costly mistake almost by Iowa, and now the Barnstormers have to convert on 4th down.
Barnstormers are getting lucky bounce after lucky bounce after lucky bounce this drive. That was a fumble, it looks like, there by Neal, and Cavalli was right there, heads up play, way to pick up the ball and get downhill as quick as you can, pick up whatever you can. So helps his team out a lot.
You know, after playing so flawlessly for so long. So it'll be a field goal try by Rui on this 4th down attempt. This will be a 45-yard field goal by the Barnstormers place kicker. Neal is the holder. Again, Person the long snapper. Rui from 42 has got the leg to do it. It's a bullet, and that kick is through. A terrific 42-yard field goal by Rui, and the Barnstormers really needed to get some separation. They get one with 1 minute 30 seconds to play and go up to a 8-point lead at 41-33. How big was that?
Oh, wow. He came right out and made up for that missed field goal earlier. So locks himself back in and helps his team put some more points on the board.
He had plenty of leg in this one.
Plenty.
Nothing to it, he says. Now a little bit of shimmy shake there.
Right back over to Coach Ross there. He is him and the coach are having just a little bit of an exchange of words there.
And if you joined us late, with time running out in the first half, twice Bismarck tried to freeze him before he kicked a field goal, and that's when that little by-play started.
Yeah, Rui's just letting him know he's not easily rattled.
So now we're down to 90 seconds. Both teams 3 timeouts remaining. So the Barnstormer defense, a lot to accomplish here. And if they can come up with one more stop, they should be able to secure a victory, and that would be the end of a 3-game losing streak and bring them right back to the 500 mark. And facing a Sioux City team that's also desperate in a playoff hunt. Boy, we haven't said that about Sioux City maybe ever before.
Yeah, that's probably a long time coming. I know they've been successful for so long, but you know, if the Barnstormers can pull this off, that'll make for quite the showdown for next week.
Isaiah Strayhorn is the deep man. A low line drive kick will go to Strayhorn. He has trouble picking it up. It does. Comes out. Barnstormers trying to pursue him, but the field opens up, and he may go all the way. And finally ridden down at the last moment by Jalen Moore. There was a very big play by the special team for the Bucks, and a very tough one for the Barnstormers.
Yeah, that's a great return there. I mean, fumbled a snap a little bit, but he gets outside, and they set a great wall for him, and the rest is Strayhorn. But great hustle there by Moore to get back and to make the tackle there to save that touchdown to give his defense a chance to make a stop down here.
So the ball 8 yards away, and now the Barnstormers need to really tighten up defensively and force the Bucks to take some time. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion would tie it. Allen floats it to the end zone. Raheem Harvey, the intended receiver, he can't hang on. He had the ball in his hands, and he kind of claps his hands together saying, oh, that could have had that one. We're down to the 1-minute warning. Iowa trying to hang on as they lead Bismarck 41-33.
West River Chiropractic, the sponsor of the second half adjustments. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torger Sonato Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic.
What I enjoy most about working with ID is the team that we've built. I love the people that I work with. We spend a lot of time in this building, so the people in this building have become my family. We hang out at work, we hang out outside of work, and it's a great family atmosphere here, and that's what I enjoy the most. If you're not doing something that you enjoy doing, then don't do it at all.
Missouri Valley YMCA, your official workout facility of the Bismarck Bucks.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work. They never rest. Never settle.
Sleep Number, your official sleep partner of the Bismarck Bucks.
For Bismarck, a 42-yard kick return by Strayhorn set them up in the red zone. Bismarck trailing Iowa by 8, exactly a minute left to play. Allen, screen pass to Rankin, and he's buried. The Barnstormers got to him quickly with Jalen Moore leading the charge, and Malik McLean was also there. Kyrie McLean was also there.
You know, Tony Jones did a really good job of recognizing this play and kind of dialing in on it early, and was able to break up two on that and make the first contact to help slow him down. Tony's been all over the place this game.
He really has been a terrific tackler. It's just his great presence. Been credited so far with 7, make that another assisted tackle. So a total of 10 tackles, 7 unassisted and 3 assisted tackles and a sack for Tony Jones tonight. So the ball placed down at the 12-yard line where it's 3rd down and goal on a loss on the play of 5. Again, both teams holding on to their timeouts, 53 seconds left in regulation. Barnstormers' front line put good pressure on Allen on the last 2 plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guys are starting to turn it up a notch. I mean, it's necessary if they want to advance to the playoffs.
Allen tackled as he tries to throw. He was hit. A penalty marker, I believe that's not a penalty marker, an orange flag. It's just somebody's jersey piece of their handkerchief is down. That was an orange marker. So no penalty on the play. And
the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. There was a receiver in the area, so there's no intentional grounding. 4th down.
Okay, so there actually was a flag, even though I was looking at the drop towel. But the point is no intentional grounding. So it comes down to 4th down with just 36 seconds remaining.
I mean, the Barnstormers front is putting on pressure, and that's Bartlett again, beating his man there on the inside and making another play there on Allen.
Diggers, Washington up front, done a terrific job along with Bartlett. And Kenton Bartlett has been the standout of that group.
Yeah, he's definitely left his mark in this game too. Almost took over a whole series on his own and making back-to-back, tackles for loss, and it's another big play there.
The officials coming to the monitor. A challenge flag apparently thrown, and the officials are looking at things. Meanwhile, looked like the Bucks were ready to go, but wait, we don't have officials yet.
Trying to strike while the Barnstormers weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Fourth and goal. It's a must-score situation for Bismarck.
Let's see what Jim Wojciechowicz comes up with here for a call.
The ruling on the field was an incomplete pass. Please reset the game clock to 46 seconds. 46.
Okay, incomplete pass. They're going to put 10 more seconds on the clock from 36 back up to 46. The time not a factor right now. This play is the factor. The Bucks have to get to the goal line. They have to score on this play. 4th and goal. Allen fakes the run, looks to throw, throws to the end zone, And it is caught at a terrific grab in the end zone. Oh, what a catch. And it's down to a 2-point differential, a 2-point conversion try coming up for Bismarck. Oh, what a grab that was.
It's a great grab. I mean, great. It's a great job of extending the play there by Allen, stepping up in the pocket, forcing the linebackers to kind of press up towards him, obviously, so he doesn't get open, and he delivers a strike there to Harvey.
The magical Raheem Harvey coming back to haunt his ex-team.
Those are the guys that usually play the best.
And for Raheem Harvey, the former Barnstormer, on that
scrimmage when he threw the forward pass.
And you heard the call there from Jim Wojciechowicz. So the quarterback was over the line of scrimmage when he threw, and again, that is going to be challenged to make sure that's true. So if that were true, then take away the touchdown, and it'll be 4th down and even longer. Raheem Harvey has already caught 2 touchdown passes. One was a terrific catch. That one was as well.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The result of the play is a touchdown. The quarterback was not across the line of scrimmage.
He did not cross the line of scrimmage.
Iowa has used the second challenge, and they are charged their second timeout.
So it is 41-39. Harvey with a 12-yard touchdown reception from Allen. And now the 2-point conversion to tie it up with 39 seconds left. What a catch that was by Harvey. He's made 2 great catches tonight.
I mean, that's a great toss, too, there. And that tight coverage and that tight window. And
John McClure right on top of him.
Absolutely. There was really nowhere to throw that ball, but he makes a great play on the ball there for him. Harvey does, and comes down with it.
Take a guess. What do the Bucks try to call here?
Oh, man. Some sort of it's gonna be a pass play, and I'm betting they go to Harvey again.
He's been Mr. Dependable. He's gotten open, but Allen sees an opening, now throws, and makes probably a bad decision. He looked like he could have run it into the end zone, didn't he?
I think so, but there was a hold in the end zone, and he was going for Harvey.
He saw Strayhorn there at the last moment and short-armed the throw. But now let's see what the call is.
Holding. Number 21 on the defense.
The Barnstormers hold, which means Bismarck's going to get another chance.
Yeah, I mean, they were really afraid there, Harvey coming free, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because Harvey just about came free there, and we've definitely been wide open. Nice little pick play.
Oh, pretty obvious, huh?
Yeah, that's one you can't deny there by Cromwell.
Tyrone Cromwell on the hold. Yeah, but Harvey was kind of running free on a crossing pattern. Looked like he could have been open.
He was, yeah. I mean, he's been their go-to guy so far.
And now timeout will be taken by the Barnstormers, I'm going to assume.
Bismarck.
Nope, Bismarck. They wanted to make sure they had the play called right, so they will use the timeout. We talk about a game going down to the final minute. This is definitely that.
Absolutely. Bismarck has a very, very heavy package in right now, too. I know they got one of their D linemen in right now, and trying to load up the box and run it in.
Massachusetts won tonight, going to 9-3. Green Bay lost, going to 5-7. So that shows you why this is important for the Barnstormers. Top 8 teams qualify for the playoffs. Right now, Iowa's in 9th place, but a chance to move up and actually would go up above all those 5 and 6 teams because it's on winning percentage and would go to 500. And again, uneven number of games played because Louisville dropped from the league at mid-season. But meanwhile, more importantly, this 2-point conversion. Allen now just a short distance, hands it off to Rankin. Rankin is going to be stopped. I don't think he got in. Maybe got in on second effort. Let's see if he did. Have we had the signal yet? The officials want to take a close look. He did signal 2-point conversion. Well, it was great second effort by Rankin to get in there. And with that, the game is tied at 41.
That was a great hard run. I mean, they loaded it up heavy, and the Barnstormers get him at about the 2-yard line, but look at that.
He slides away, doesn't he? Loses the football as he hits the goal line, but did cross it. Did get across the plane to tie it at 41. How about that?
Yeah. Wow. That's that's sheer determination there by Rankin. How fitting would it be for Barnstormers to set up Gabe Rui for a game-winning field goal here?
Would be quite fitting. Absolutely. So Rankin gets the 2-point conversion. The game's tied at 41. 39 seconds left in regulation. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Remember, there's still the deuce. If the kickoff by Barber should split the uprights, that would give Bismarck 2 points. And you don't know what's going to happen to Iowa on offense, so that 2 points could be a factor.
You never know.
Maybe not a factor, but again, it would have to split the uprights on the kickoff for the deuce to come into effect, which is just in the last minute of the half and the last minute of the game. But stranger things have happened. Strange things have happened throughout this game, so who knows what's next?
You never know. I know this is a good game, and at least the fans and the people at home watching are really getting a good one.
Barnstormers don't mathematically fall out of the playoff picture with a loss, but with 2 games remaining, it would certainly be very, very costly. Iowa's got Sioux Falls at home next Saturday. They finish at Massachusetts, the hottest team in the league, winners of 6 in a row after tonight's victory. Jawan Williams is back to return. The kick by Cody Barber. And it's not going to be a deuce, and Williams does have a return. And he's tripped up inside the 10-yard line. There was a good special team play by Bismarck at a very crucial time.
Their special teams was flying down there. Just taking another peek here. I mean, this is a game of inches. And Rankin keeps those legs turning and reaches over the goal line to secure that extra 2 points for his team.
Really looked like they'd contained him prior to that, him squirming away.
They really did. They had him wrapped up, but, lower center of gravity always wins.
Justin Rankin, 5'9", 215. Lower center of gravity, indeed. So the game tied at 41. Barnstormers obviously would like to get in at least a Rui field goal spot to wrap this one up in regulation. Kirk Kelly ready to snap the ball. Neal with time, floats, looking for Thompson. Great one-handed catch at the 20-yard line. And he's out of bounds at the 16. A one-handed grab by Carrington Thompson Sr.
Wow, what a catch by Thompson Sr. Wow. I mean, Neal just lays it out there for him, and Thompson runs right underneath the one-handed. No assistance. That's a great catch.
So excited to be playing in front of his 6-year-old son, Carrington Thompson Jr., and he makes a great grab there. So the Barnstormers now in Rui field goal position. High snap from center. Neal throws to the near sideline and really threw it away. Had Williams in the vicinity, but just trying to get rid of it. Bad exchange, and there's no reason to be anything but cautious here.
Absolutely. Yeah, that snap was kind of high, and it kind of hung up in the air a little bit there. It looks like the snap might have got touched by the lineman somewhere, but was able to secure it and get it out of bounds.
So it is second down and 10 at the 16-yard line. 24 seconds left in regulation. Both teams 2 timeouts remaining. Jawan Williams wide to the right side, 2 wide receivers in motion to the right. Low snap from center. Neal picks it up, throws to the end zone, and it's caught by Thompson for a touchdown. Carrington Thompson Sr. holds it in, and the Barnstormers have the lead with 19 seconds to play.
It's a great drive there by Thompson. I mean, the Barnstormers as a whole, but Thompson made 2 really good catches there tonight. I mean, Neal throws a strike to him, and he comes up with it. You tend to forget about the drops when you make catches like that when they really matter.
Absolutely. I was just about to say, how about that throw by Neal?
Oh, man, he put that on the window on a dime.
47-41 Iowa. Rui on to attempt the point after. It is up, and it is good, and with 19 seconds to play, the Barnstormers have a 48-41 lead over Bismarck. Bismarck 19 seconds and 2 timeouts remaining to try to change that.
It's getting a little chippy down there. Got a flag thrown for after the play activities.
And regardless of what team it's against,
after the play, personal foul, number 32 on Bismarck. That penalty will be put in the bank and assessed on the first play from scrimmage after the kickoff.
so definitely not a wise play at that point in the game. Great throw by Neal, and what a catch by Thompson.
Yes, I mean, Neal shows his arm strength, puts it only where Thompson can make the catch, and Thompson does just that, goes and makes another great catch to help seal the game, possibly.
DeQuan Neal coming off a performance a couple of weeks ago against Green Bay where Barnstormers put only 20 points on the board until the final play. And it was a really lackluster performance. Well, he has bounced back. His team has bounced back. And now, if they can just hold off the Bucks from the end zone for another 19 seconds, they can put an end to a 5-game losing streak and reach the 500 mark. Carrington Thompson Sr., great one-handed grab to set it up, and then a terrific touchdown catch.
Yeah, we just, like I said earlier, man, you make catches like that, like he made right there, forget about those 2 drops early in the game.
They were like the first 2 balls thrown to him in the game, and since then, it's been a different story. That was Thompson's first touchdown catch of the night. But wow, what a catch to set it up. A 3-play, 41-yard drive. Rui with a kick. It hits a lineman and it's recovered by Iowa. He was just trying to kick it low so it couldn't be returned long. As it turns out, couldn't have happened better.
Wow. That ball has been bouncing the Barnstormers' way all night tonight, and they walked away with another one. And that should pretty much seal that deal.
You couldn't draw a play up like that. What happened was, again, a low kick, and it hit one of the up linemen for the Bucks. And the ball was designed, of course, just to stay on the ground. Let's get another look.
I mean, I don't even think that was part of the plan, but he kicked it right there, and that lineman retreated just enough, and they caught him.
And who's there? Jalen Moore, as he's been all night to recover it.
Absolutely. He's been all over the field, too. Defense has played a very, very good game tonight.
They certainly have. You say they give up 41 points. Could that be true? Well, in fact, it is true. And, of course, with that penalty called against Darian Jackson on the touchdown earlier that was in the bank, this ball gets moved up to Bismarck territory up to the 24-yard line.
By the kicking team, Bismarck is challenging that the kicking team was offsides.
If you could read lips, you know what Jim Wojciechowicz just said. But the music hadn't stopped, and so nobody actually got to hear what he said.
Too much excitement in this
Probably
place.
just explaining that was the penalty in the bank. That's probably what the explanation was. Well, now I take that back because he's going to look at something. Replay monitor's got a workout here in the last 5 minutes, Brent.
Yeah, that's surprising. But it's good to know it works, so hey.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like they're checking to see if anybody was offsides.
That's what the officials are looking at. That's what you are seeing. Look at the very top of your screen. Nope. I don't think so.
I think that's a good ball. Just got to double check and confirm everything. Bismarck isn't going to let anything slide either.
After review, the kicking team was not offsides. The result of the play is the kicking team recovered the ball. First down.
So it is all over if the Barnstormers can secure the football for 15 seconds. And, of course, you have to have positive yardage in the final minute just to keep the clock running. Bismarck does have a timeout left if they choose to use it. So there's positive yardage by Neal. Bismarck can stop the clock one more time if they wish, and they apparently wish. So they're out of timeouts now. We've got 11 seconds to play, and then the Barnstormers will celebrate a hard-fought victory, an end to a losing streak, and getting to the 500 mark and getting themselves right back in the playoff picture.
Yeah, it's about getting hot at the right time, and they came out tonight actually ready to play the ball game, and they come out ready to play. They're a totally different team.
Les Moss continuing to coach his team and say, let's keep our poise now. We got one more play to go. So again, next Saturday night, 7:05, right here at Wells Fargo Arena. Rematch with Sioux Falls, third meeting of the year. Playoff implications on the line for both.
Bismarck used their final timeout to challenge that the kicking team was offside. The result of the play was a live ball. That is the end of the game.
Ball game.
So the ball game is over, as it was explained. Unfortunately, we couldn't hear it, but explained by Jim Wojciechowicz, and the Barnstormers win it by a score of 48-41. That was a frantic finish. Iowa took an 11-point lead into the fourth quarter. There was a missed field goal. Late in the third, there was a fumble, but Iowa overcomes some adversity and wins tonight 48-41.
They did. They had each other's back tonight all night, and it was good to see. They came out ready to play and had a game plan in place, and they executed that game plan tonight. Walked away with a win.
And there's a guy who didn't play, but let's give him a little bit of credit, too. Richard Stemetti had been a Bismarck quarterback until a couple of weeks ago, when they brought in Allen, and they thought, and Lewis was there also at quarterback, and he's the one who ran the scout team against his former run the scout team, knowing the plays of Bismarck so well. And Stemetti must have had something to do with his victory, even though he didn't play it down, right?
He definitely helped the defense prepare. You know, we always need defense side of the ball. You always need a good look team, and no better person to get a look from than the guy that was just there recently. So.
And meanwhile, the Iowa quarterback walks off the field, having secured himself a very fine night and a big Iowa victory. Final score, Iowa 48-41, and we'll be right back.
Tonight's broadcast of the Bismarck Bucks is being provided by the Iowa Barnstormers and MediaCom. Special thanks to the Barnstormers and MediaCom for providing tonight's coverage of the Bismarck Bucks. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Action Motorsports, Bill Barth Ford, Glenn's Welding, H.A. Thompson & Sons, Taco Del Mar, and Veracity Motors.
Every day we rise, bend, twist, walk, run, doing the things we love. They are simple until they are not. If pain is holding you back from simple tasks like work, playing sports, or spending time with loved ones, West River can help you get the pain relief you need to enjoy the things you love. Take the step to a happier, healthier life by...
They hold off Bismarck to win it 48-41. You're looking right there at Carrington Thompson Sr., and he had a big game tonight. In fact, let's take a look at our play of the game, because it was the one that set up the touchdown that he scored. Look at this catch.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't draw this up any better. I mean, DeQuan puts a great ball out there for him, but the catch at the end of that just sticks his glove out, and it just sticks to it like he had to stick him on it.
That's the play of the game. And again, one more look at it. It subsequently led to a Thompson touchdown. He winds up with the game-winning touchdown. That catch really secured that. Now, our player of the game, let's go to the defensive side.
Oh, goodness. Tony Jones had his name all over this ball game. He was flying all over the place. He wasn't letting a soul go if he got his hand on him. But breaking up on balls, making good tackles, and, started the game off with a big sack, strip fumble recovery for a touchdown. So he really set the tone for the Barnstormers for their defensive side of the ball, and they followed suit, and the rest is history.
I thought in their loss 2 weeks ago, the offensive and defensive lines probably let the Barnstormers down. Conversely, tonight, I thought they were both sides of the ball very effective.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, the guys came ready to play. A lot more energy, a lot more intensity tonight, and it showed up on the field.
And Daquan Neal, again, had a tough outing last time out against Bismarck. Tough outing 2 weeks ago, but he certainly acquitted himself well tonight. Yeah,
he played a very efficient game. I think the opening up the run a lot helped with the pass today. So he came locked in, ready to go too. And whenever your quarterback and leader is in a zone or in a position to, stay positive and keep you guys moving forward, that always helps your team.
So next Saturday, Sioux Falls comes to town. How many times have Iowa and Sioux Falls met where the game meant something?
Oh, goodness. I mean, it's kind of few and far in between. I think in the last couple of years they have met a couple times, but, I mean, this one is going to be another one of those times that might go down in the books.
Absolutely. It's the last regular season home game for the Barnstormers, so try to get out and see it in person as Carrington Thompson Sr. celebrates with Carrington Thompson Jr. Again, the final score on this First Responders Night, Iowa 48, Bismarck 41. Again, our next telecast 1 week from tonight, it's a big one with plenty of playoff implications for both squads, Sioux Falls and Iowa. That comes up next Saturday night. Hope you'll join us then. Coverage of Barnstormers indoor football on MC22 is an exclusive production of Mediacom in Des Moines. MC22 is your award-winning local sports programming leader.
Thank you for watching this presentation of